Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hola.
Would you scare you, everybody? Jump scare. Hi, everyone. Welcome into my channel. I'm Yume, and today I'm here with my friend Evan.
Hi.
We're not late.
No. I mean, this is your stream. I'm just here.
Yeah, we're not late. We've been here this whole time, actually. Like, chat, you're the ones that are late today. Which is kind of messed up, actually. How could you? Evan jump scare.
What do you mean, Evan jump scare?
They literally, I was watching chat while we were on the starting soon screen, and everyone was like, oh, she's been Mari napped. I'm like, by who? By Evan? Because that's really funny. You think Evan is capable?
Oh, you don't think I can kidnap you?
I don't think you'd want to kidnap me.
No, I definitely would not want to.
I mean, I already had under people's beds. Anyways, hi, welcome everyone. Happy New Year, by the way.
Are you supposed to be a dream or something? Not a fucking nightmare?
Happy New Year, everybody. Dude. Oh my God, Evan.
I'm scared. What's up?
It has been a year since we last streamed together.
This is true. I remember it like it was yesterday, actually.
Well, that's weird because it definitely wasn't yesterday, but I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Let me see here. Is everyone... Wait a minute. Oh my God, Chad, thank you so much for the Happy New Year's, but has no one noticed anything different about the cafe today? Like the boba shop? Has no one noticed any... I know I don't normally have guests on here, but no. Not wow. Okay, so I was before we started today's stream, Evan, I was hoping to see if like chat would notice, but apparently
they didn't notice. They didn't even care.
No. That is so sad. So over here in the corner, everyone, is a cutout of Mr. Underhill, our other friend. Normally on Mondays, we do a news special podcast over on Mr. Underhill's channel where we talk about really fun and exciting and positive events. But today, Mr. Underhill wasn't feeling very good. He was a little under the weather, so he's taken a well-deserved day off. And so...
He's being lazy.
No, he's not. He deserves a break. He's worked hard.
That's true.
And so... I had today's stream already planned regardless if we were going to do the tea house episode. And I apparently didn't read the group chat that we were in that he was taking the day off and we weren't doing the tea house. So I sent him my VTuber OBS Ninja link and stuff. And Evan was like, Mari, we're not doing the episode today. Can't you read? I was like, oh. No.
I just wanted to go live.
Yeah, and then because of that, Evan was like, "Oh well, I mean, if you wanted to hang out and stream today, then that's fine." I was like, "Oh, you know what? Why not have a special guest today? Why not?"
She's making me work.
Yeah, exactly. I actually am farming, for content now. So I am a content farmer.
Wow. What are you, XQC?
I mean, the way I talk sometimes, the way I sound like I'm having a stroke, I might as well be. Sorry, that was terrible. Okay. But I have the cutout of Mr. Underhill because I felt bad that he couldn't be here today. So he's with us in spirit. And plus, I just kind of thought it'd be funny to have him here. So yeah, Evan's gonna join me in today's discussion. Originally, I was just gonna do this by myself, chat, with all of you. Mari's here to entertain, not yeah, I can't even read anyways. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna be honest. I still have no idea what we're even discussing.
Happy New Year! I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Wait a minute. What do you mean you don't know what we're discussing? Did you not read the stream title?
No.
Actually, you know
What?
what? That's pretty base. You're a VTuber now. You can't read. You're a confirmed
Okay, no,
VTuber.
I can definitely read. I just choose not to.
So I didn't know if you all know this, but Evan has now officially become a VTuber. It's 2024.
No.
He's now streaming with his VTuber, so he's, clearly a VTuber. Evan can't read, yeah? No, it's true. It's true. Yeah, no. Well, today, whether you want to admit you're a VTuber or not, VTubers is going to be part of the discussion today because, well, we're in 2024 now, officially. I was trying to plan what kind of content I wanted to do for, I don't know, like, not so much like this month, but kind of like the rest of this year. And I've been like researching what kinds of things people are still looking for when it comes to VTubing or becoming a VTuber. Because, like, I don't know, I've been at this for 3 years now. And I'm trying to think, part of me just kind of like wondered, what are some things that people are struggling with in VTubing still? Like, has anything changed? Has new problems arrived? We're becoming more mainstream. So I did some Googling and some research. I've been on some parts of the internet and tried to see what the general discussion was about. And yeah, Evan, can you believe it's been 4 years and nothing's changed in the VTubing scene?
I mean, that's to be expected.
But like, well, I don't know if it's to be expected because I literally thought like, I don't know, I kind of thought that people would kind of get what like VTubing, and like, I don't know how else to describe it other than it just kind of feels like nothing's changed in the VTubing scene. I don't know. So I want to talk about that because I feel like there's going to be a lot more people who want to like get into VTubing more than ever, and it's still going to keep growing. So like, I thought we could start this year by talking about VTubing culture and like VTubers and kind of like how I got started into VTubing, how Evan got started into like the VTubing rabbit hole. Because Evan, how long have you been involved with like VTuber content?
I think 4 years actually, like literally just 4 years.
Yes. Okay, so pretty much like around the same time as like me and like a lot of other people have started. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, that's kind of just something I wanted to talk about today. Like, okay, so for a lot of people, in here who are new and don't know, VTubing has changed a lot, but like not in the way that you would expect it to change. Like,
no.
Evan, do you remember the early days of VTubing?
I do. I think that like, it's definitely come a long way because I remember when it was such a new thing that like no one really knew how to get started. No one really knew, how models worked, how expensive they should be, and all that stuff, right? Like people were just like, oh, this is a cool thing that, seems fun. Now it's like a whole bustling industry.
Dude, that's how like I started too, because I remember like I kind of like knew about VTubing, but I didn't really know how to like get into it at all because they didn't have any like resources or guides, especially in English, right? And then like, we've already had PNG tubing being a thing, right? Like PNG, like tubers or faceless content creators. So I was already kind of aware of just characters.
Caricature?
Yeah, carcass. I was already familiar with pixelized bodies on screens. That wasn't like different. I didn't know how to get into it, right? And so when VTubing first blew up like 3 years ago with, oh god, I'm trying to think how I first discovered VTubing. I feel like I'm having like false memories right now. Was it Kizuna Eye or HoloLive that made me first like discover VTubing? I don't remember. Evan, you go first.
I'm trying to like, I feel like for me, it also might have been Kizuna Eye, but I think it was more so Iron Mouse.
Wait, really? Mousy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so fascinating.
It was because like one day I was just dragged into a random call with this like person. I was like, who is this person? They're like, oh, it's Iron Mouse. And I was like, oh.
What do you mean you were dragged into the call?
It was like when she was like a 20 viewer Andy. And like I was like, oh, like what are you or whatever? And she's like, oh, I'm a VTuber. I'm like, oh, what the hell is that? You know?
Okay, you're gonna have to back up for a second there. My chat. Why don't we take a step back? Hold on. Evan's been a YouTuber for a very long time. I just want to preface that because, like, he's been around for a long time. So the fact that you just said you got dragged into a random chat and then Mousy was in there, it's like you gotta realize us little small beans over here are like, what do you mean? Like that? What do you mean?
Yeah, this was a very different time.
Evan is old.
Back then, she was nervous because she was a fan of me, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Dude, that's so like surreal. That's interesting. And you're like, "What the heck's a VTuber?" When she's like, "Yeah, I'm a VTuber." That's so mean.
What do you mean?
I'm like, what the heck's a VTuber?
It's true. I just didn't know.
Dang, dude, that's so cool. So wow. Wait. So you didn't even see any VTubing clips. You like got into a chat, and that's how you discovered VTubing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was after that. I remember I told my chat about it, and they were like, "Oh, Evan, you should react to some VTuber stuff." And I was like, "What? No." They're like, "No, Evan, trust me." And so they started sending me clips and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, well, if I'm gonna do this seems stupid. Let me make a YouTube video out of it." And then the video did well, and I was like, "Well, I guess I need to like learn more about VTubers." And now I've just been doing it since, unfortunately.
You know, you say unfortunately, but here you are with like a model. So I mean,
this is true. It's very true.
You know what? You're right. Grateful. It is unfortunate. I don't know why we're here, to be honest. Like. Dude, okay, all right. You warm me up now. I think I can share how I first discovered VTubing. I think it was a combination of all three of those things. Like, I'm pretty sure it was. I saw a clip of Iron Mouse, and then I saw like a clip of Kizuna Eye, and then I saw like Hololive Myth's debut, and then that's kind of where I was just like, I need to learn more about this. I need to get into this. What is going on? And then I like literally just started searching up like, what is a VTuber? What is a VTuber? And like, okay, in 2024, with how much VTubing has grown, there's still a lot of people who just don't know what VTubers are. Like, how would you describe what a VTuber is? Because like,
what a VTuber is? Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I think probably just someone who, I guess, loves anonymity and just wants to be able to, you know, make content or just exist on the internet.
What about non-anime one time? And what about non-anime ones?
Okay, whatever. So just people who want to go ahead and use an avatar to represent who they are online, while also still showcasing expressions and emotions. There you go.
But what if like you're talking to like a boomer who doesn't know like what you mean by that? Like, how would you like describe it to them?
To a boomer?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
I told my mom it's just people voice acting cartoons, and then she kind of got it. She kind of understood it.
Actually, that is actually how I think I described it to my mom as well.
Wait, no, Mari. Explain it like you're explaining it to an Uber driver. Okay, So VTubers are these like animated drawings that people like voice act in. It's like these people make money voice acting a character that they either created or they're being paid to do. Like, it's like I'd have to describe it as voice acting. It's like, it's so hard to describe it otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
I told them it was like an interactive cartoon on the internet. I still feel like that's really confusing because, like, voice acting, like... You know, there's more types of voice acting that's not just, you know, okay. Like, there's other stuff here. So it's like anime girls, but real. But like, what's an anime? Like, you know, unless the Uber driver actually watches anime, they're not gonna know. And that's why I'm just wondering, because, you know, like 2024 again, like VTubing is starting to become more mainstream, but I still am like, I'm always struggling trying to tell people what VTubing is, because sometimes it's like I have to kind of assume that they've never watched anime in their life and they have no idea what that is. And then I have to deal with people being like, oh, like that annoying orange thing. People still do that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, it is very similar, though. Like, when you really think about it.
I mean, Matt Pat's been doing it for years, so.
Did you say Matt Pat was a VTuber?
I didn't say that. I said he's just been doing it for years.
Did you just unironically say that Mr. Matthew Patrick?
Actually, okay, he admits he PNG tubes in his most recent video. So...
Oh, damn, you might be right.
No, he did. He, like, literally said, my PNG tuber model, and he's like... and I was like, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up. And yeah, no, he's funny. But, I don't know, it's just interesting, because, like... when I tried to look up VTubing stuff, like, I guess now I have to say, like, almost 4 years ago, there was just nothing around. Like, there was no resources. There was, like, a couple of, like, videos, but it was about face rig. So trying to set that up was just really, really difficult. Does anyone in here know face rig?
I feel like most people don't even know what face rig is.
Dude, okay. Face rig was around even before VTubing, right? Like, that's... Actually, I don't really know a whole lot about face rig. I just remember that being the first thing. No, actually, yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think what I did was I found a random Google Doc that kind of had, like, information about, like, VTubing, and that's kind of where I got my base. Was there used to be, like, a Google Doc where they listed established VTubers, artists, live 2D animators, and it was kind of like a little mini database, but it was just a Google Sheets or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was kind of how you got information about VTubing around. Like, there weren't that many videos.
Honestly, like, I didn't know any of this stuff, obviously, because, like, I wasn't a VTuber. I mean, I still technically am not. So, like, I always just wondered, like, how people were just figuring this stuff out. Because I remember seeing some of the first 3D models and all the cool stuff they were doing. And I was like, how the heck are you doing this, you know?
Yeah, no, there was, like, a Google Doc that somebody had made a long time ago. And it just kind of got passed around word of mouth. And that's how I, like, discovered all the equipment. And then, literally, Evan.
Which is wild.
I know. It's wild how it spread. But do you know how I first started VTubing?
What did you do?
I literally went to Booth because it was in that Google Doc, and, like, it told you, like, you know, how you could buy, like, 3D assets, or you could download free ones, and then it showed me, like, VRoid Studio. I literally went to Booth, downloaded some free, like, outfit presets, and then I made a model in VRoid Studio in, like, 10 minutes, and then immediately, like, went on to Twitch, and then I, like, turned on my live stream, and I was like, VTuber debut, played Outlast.
Ain't no way. Ain't no freaking way. I refuse to believe.
Yeah, no. Mari, like, 0.0000003 was cursed.
Oh my gosh.
If I can find like some stuff of it later, I'll show it to you. I was there. Yeah, some of you were in there during that time. That was a very interesting beginnings for me. What? We didn't have anything back then. There was literally like just to like find someone who knew even how to make these like how to make models was scarce. Okay, like it was hard. Okay, and I didn't know, so that's how I got started.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't become a VTuber ever, right? Because like I did look at all this stuff and I'm like, that's crazy, you know?
Are we ever gonna see like cursed Mart? Well, I lost the files to that actually. I don't have those model files anymore.
Oh.
Because like they were 3D. And then after I did 3D for like I think a couple of months, I was like, man, I don't like my 3D like look. I didn't like it because well, I literally made it in 10 minutes. Like what can you expect? And so I found this website called Nizima, which is where they like sell models and like other like live 2D assets and stuff. And I found like this $10 pre-made model called Calorie-chan. And so I used that.
Calorie-chan?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let me show you. Let me see.
What the heck?
Yeah, her name is Calorie-chan and she's let me see here. I will show you. She is I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's just a VTuber that has like candy in her hair and she's really cute and she only costed $10. You can still buy her actually. She's not like I'm the only one that owns her. Like no, like she's like a pre-made VTuber model.
Just one of the okay.
But she was like one of the early pre-made models, and not only that, she was like really, really well made for the price tag. Like $10, you literally can't beat $10. And not only that, so when I was trying to figure out like face rig and all that other stuff, because I'm pretty sure I started off with face rig, I had like the V-Roid Studio one, right? And then I used VC Face. Actually, I don't even know if I used VC Face. I don't even know if VC Face was around.
If it even existed.
I don't remember. I used some 3D program that could handle V-Roid. And then I found the Calorie-chan folder. And what was nice is that Calorie-chan was made for face rig. And yeah, she was just really well optimized. She was well made. And so I used her for a really long time. If some of you have like looked at my older like videos on here, you'll see the model on there. And yeah, that was like my early beginnings as a VTuber.
The early days.
Yeah, it's like, and then I found an adoptable model on Nizima that I'm the only one who owns the rights to. And then I, eventually saved up money and commissioned an artist to get like my own custom model. And yeah, it just kind of went from there,
I'm learning so much about you right now.
Well, I mean, okay, well, what made you want to get like a model? Since you said, you didn't get one for a long time. When did you get these models, by the way?
I got this one earlier this year. The only reason I even got this was because...
You mean last year?
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my goodness. I feel so terrible. This is awful. I'm learning so much right now about myself. No, but I got this model because my community was basically like, oh, Evan, you should get a model. And I was like, okay, but like I don't want to. They're like, no, you talk about VTubers so much, like just get a model or whatever. And I was like, but I really, really don't want to. And I started just looking into it more, and I was like, well, it might be fun, like it might actually just be fun, being, animated or whatever. And yeah, I was like, fuck it, let me just do it. All my friends are doing it. I didn't want to feel left out. And now I'm here.
Dude. Okay, so like now, because okay, you've used your model a couple of times actually. We've done it a couple of times on Mr. Underhill's channel for the podcast, and I'm curious, you know, ever since you started using your model, how do you feel about it? Like, do you like having your character and stuff on screen?
Um, that's a good question. I think yes, but at the same time, it is kind of weird, right? Because like it still doesn't feel like me. Like I look at this model, I'm like, okay, yeah, this dude's like way cooler than you, Evan. And it's kind of hard, right? Because I feel like I disassociate like so freaking hard when I look at it. But like, I think with time, obviously that's gonna change. And overall, so far it's been super chill. Yeah.
That's
Like,
interesting. Cause like for chat that doesn't know and like you're very new. Cause this is the first time I've had Evan on my stream. Normally I'm on his stream or I'm with them on Mr. Underhill stream. Evan mostly does a lot of
true.
IRL content. Actually, like what kind of videos have you been making recently? You do some like VTuber like events and like news and stuff, but like what else have you what else do you typically make so that way my chat, you know, can get a better understanding of you?
What else do I make?
Yeah, on your
Ooh,
channel.
that's a good question. Actually, how would I describe myself? Um, I guess I guess I just make videos about VTubers. I literally just talk about VTubers, react to VTubers, and I guess more recently, people have been claiming that you know, fucking, I suppose make news about VTubers. It's kind of crazy, you know, to think that people think
Oh,
that.
did you just
It's
say
kind of wild.
news?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's kind of crazy that they would think that I'm that type of person. You know, like it's you know, a little
Hey, what do you mean
unfortunate.
by that type of person, huh? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow, you know, I'm just saying that people have misconceptions about the content I make, but yeah, just
Well, before VTubing, because Evan, you've been a YouTuber for a long time. Fun story, chat. I used to watch Evan before I was a VTuber, so it's like really,
that's
you know,
that's crazy.
it's really weird for me to have him on my stream right now, too, chat.
That's crazy that you would say that. Absolutely wild that you would even say that.
It's true, okay? No, seriously though, because like, yeah, you've been on YouTube for a long time, so that's why it's like really exciting that I get to talk to someone who has been on YouTube but wasn't a VTuber and now you are a V. Like I'm sorry if I sound really awkward, but you have to understand why I sound awkward because it's a rare chance I get to talk to someone like you.
Oh my god, are you being a fangirl right now?
No. Also, hi, Mr. Underhill.
Are you being a fangirl?
No. Say hi to Mr. Underhill. He's in chat right now.
Oh no, but it sounds like you're being a fangirl right now.
I'm not being a fangirl. You
That's
are
kind of crazy.
guest here today, and I am honored to have you as a
crazy.
guest.
God, do you hear this fangirl? Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, kind of wild. Hey,
You know
listen. Usually I charge money to talk to my fans. I'll make an exception for you,
Bro, you don't got no money. Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. I misheard what you said. Sorry. I thought you said you give money to your fans. I was like, bro, you got no money.
Nah, you're right. I'm very.
No,
very
you're right.
poor.
I'm poor. Please, for the love of God, support my channel.
Please give me your money. I'm so poor.
Same though. Same. Dude. Okay, so like I said, it's rare that I get to talk to people like you who didn't make any VTuber adjacent content or anything like that, and now you're in the community. And like this is like what I really want to talk about today. It's like the fact that how people get into VTubing content, because like remember how I said earlier, I've been like looking what people are still searching about VTubing in 2024, because like, you know, I thought, you know, as VTubing is getting more mainstream, there's gonna be people like asking new questions. No, I'm still seeing the same exact questions, specifically like, you know, why is VTubing so popular? Why is it so unique? Like, who's the biggest VTuber? Like, things like that. And that's why I'm like, dude, there are still people right now who are getting into the rabbit hole. And like, I thought we could just celebrate this year talking about our experiences with the rabbit hole. And I just think that's like really cool.
I mean, it's been super fun. I think that like there are definitely a lot of new faces in the community, which can be scary. Let's be honest. It's always scary when you know, out of nowhere you're getting like a lot of new people in a community that like you might love or enjoy, right?
Yeah.
But like for VTubers, sorry, I'm having a hard time drawing this road right now. It's pissing me off.
Oh yeah. Chat. Evan's playing a game. I don't know what he's playing. What are you playing right now?
Nothing.
No. What are you? No, you're playing some city. You play City Skylines. Hold on. Let me look at your.
Maybe.
City Skylines 2.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you stitching on me, huh?
Because you literally just said I'm building a. I don't know.
Okay, well, this road was kind of hard to build. All right, so
yeah,
like,
and we're in a freaking bubble tea shop, so obviously, like, you know, that sounds kind of weird that you're just building a road in my boba shop.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess basically, right? Like, I think that you know, there's a lot more VTubers, and you know, with a lot more people joining a community, there's always going to be like bad actors and stuff like that, right? And I think that's honestly probably what scares me the most about the community growing as fast as it did. Although I would also say that, like, you know, there's a lot of confusion, which is what we're here to talk about, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about a couple different things. So, like, okay. There's, like, a few things I want to talk specifically about. One, I want to talk about, like, VTubing becoming popular and, like, why it's so popular. Two, I want to talk about, like, what makes VTubing unique. And then I also kind of want to talk about... Sorry, I'm still not feeling good. I also want to talk about like some common misconceptions with like VTubing, since again, as you said, we're gonna get a bunch of new people into this community, and I'm kind of tired of like certain things being discussed that's just either not true or is just like kind of like being a dead horse at this point. Like it's not like that anymore. And yeah, so I guess like I don't know. I guess we could start with like what makes VTubing so popular, because there's still people who are like, what's VTubing, and like, why do people watch this? Like, what is this?
what makes VTubing popular?
Yeah.
Anime girls.
Yeah, anime women, anime thighs. Oh, also, one of my mods has a question for you, Evan. He says, Aerith says, this is a question for Evan. Would he rather have unlimited bacon but no more video games, or games, unlimited games but no games?
Wait, what? I think I would rather have the games than bacon. I don't like bacon.
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. I know that was like a little. Let me say that again. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or games, unlimited games but no games?
Unlimited games but no games? That seems like a weird conundrum. I would just take the bacon then.
Hold on. I think maybe I'm not. You take the bacon, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You take the bacon.
By what you just stated, yeah, I'd just take bacon.
Okay. Just okay. But no more games. No more city skylines. No more bridges build. You're gonna have to burn your bridges. You're burning your bridges.
I would cry. Don't make me do that.
Oh my god. Okay. So sorry, I had to entertain that question. I don't know why, but my chat keeps trying to make me like, they keep trying to like make me ask people that question, because I don't shut up about IRL streamers. Oh my god, Evan, since you're here and you actually watch like IRL streamers, I finally have someone to talk to about. Like sometimes in my chat, I'm like, oh my god, so like this streamer named Ludwig did this thing. They're like, who's Ludwig? And I have to sit here and explain.
Who Ludwig is or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always so weird to me when people just don't know. But I guess the VTuber audience is like different, because people who watch VTubers are people who probably watch anime and they probably don't consume anything else in their life, right? So like it's so strange for me when like the audience that watches VTubers have never heard of IRL creators. I'm like, these are the biggest creators on the platform. Like, what are you doing?
You are so bold to say that they watch anime. I do agree. A lot of them do watch anime though. I think it's weird when they say they don't watch anime, but they'll watch VTubers and then they don't know who the other streamers are. And I'm like, okay, well, how did you get on the internet? Like, how did you discover VTubing?
No, it's kind of wild.
It is. I don't know.
Weird.
I feel like for me, when it comes to like VTubing, the reason why I think it's so popular is because there's just a lot of like interesting personalities in VTubing. Like there's so many interesting I don't necessarily mean VTuber personas. Like yes, there are like personas, but I'm just talking about how there's just a lot of different personalities in the VTubing scene.
Yeah, there's a lot more now. But
there
like
are, yeah.
I think, all right, if you haven't heard of Ludwig, first of all, like, are you living under a rock? Secondly, please go watch Ludwig. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Night Chat likes to bully me about Ludwig sometimes because I never shut up about him. Dude, okay. So, oh my god. So, there's something that I've wanted to introduce for a while now. And this is something that I think is like one of the biggest reasons why VTubing is so popular. I like to introduce this concept called the 4 zones of VTubing. I heard about this from a Japanese VTuber. Like I can't remember like where it was. Like I can't remember. I remember watching some kind of like interview, and they described it how like VTubing, it's not so much as like a, oh, you're a character or not, or like you VTuber or you're not. It's more like zones. And so these zones are, you have like zone 1, where it's people who like aren't necessarily into like VTubing for like the anime aspect or like a character immersions. It's more like they kind of just think this is like really cool, like the technology is really cool. And I'd say people like Code Miko and Neurosama would be in zone 1, where it's kind of like they're not here to be this like character and have this whole story and lore and everything like that. It's just like they like the tech and they think they can do really cool stuff with this.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I like that too, though.
Yeah.
Where these people just came out of nowhere and they're like, let's do a cool thing.
Dude, Komiko stuff really like changed the VTubing scene so much because it's like, again, there was actually a lot of controversy if she was a VTuber or not because of just how jarring like her content was. Because again, it was zone 1. There was no concepts of zones back then. It was kind of like a, oh, she's a VTuber. Okay, this is what VTubers look like and do. Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, there's still people who like essentially ask if she's a VTuber.
I think she is.
I think it's kind of ridiculous. Like, yeah.
I think this concept of zones is kind of like what helps define it because like zone 2 are people who, they're not here to like be like characters per se. Like VTubing is just an extension of themselves. I see people like Lily Pichu. I see like Saikuno be in this. I mean, I guess even you at this point would be in zone 2. And yeah, it's kind of like a VTuber is more like an extension of themselves where it's like, it's a character of them.
Yeah, like we're not exactly fucking, VTubers, but we do participate.
Yeah, and then what's interesting about zone 2 is that like you can show your IRL self or like your VTuber model. And I feel like the fans who are interested in zone 2 don't necessarily like, they don't care about lore. They really don't. It's literally because like,
no, they do not.
yeah. They like their creator and they're like, oh, okay, cool. You want to start doing this? And it's like, okay. And then there's zone 3. And zone 3 is what I consider to be like VTubers who want to kind of be more than just like an extension of themselves. Like it's like an exaggerated version of themselves. They might have lore, but they don't really stick with it. They're not really interested in kayfabe or anything like that. I would consider most of like VShoujo in this category, where it's like they have their lore, but it's not like the dominating factor of like their content. Like they're not always in character. They can still talk about IRL stuff and like fourth wall breaking and stuff, to like some extent at least.
Yeah.
And
no,
yeah.
Actually, back in the Saikuno note for a second. Like, I
Yeah.
love the fact that like people like Saikuno, and myself specifically, we like have these models and we just barely use them.
I know. Hey, you know what? It makes the content fun when you do use them, though.
True, it's very true.
Plus, I mean, Saikuno's model is really cool looking. He's too cool looking. He must be destroyed now. I'm canceling him. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Saikuno. I'm kidding. If you're watching this, please don't say that. I'm just kidding.
Dang, we just found Saikuno's biggest hater.
No, Saikuno's actually really sweet. He wished me happy birthday last year when I was going through a really hard time, and it like.
Oh my god, you and Saikuno are friends. Why is everyone friends with Saikuno? Why am
I
the
wouldn't
only
say
person...
we're friends. He was just very nice, and he sent me a happy birthday message. It
Why
was
am I
just
the
very
only
nice.
person Saikuno doesn't talk to? Saikuno, what have I done to you?
So about Zone 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, like I don't know. I think it's interesting because I feel like Zone 3, the type of fans who are in Zone 3 they actually like VTubing culture to some extent. Like they're interested in like the I don't know if aesthetics is the right term. But they're in the VTubing scene at this point. Like they're pretty heavily in here where it's like they're heavily involved with the VTubers that they follow and stuff like that. And then at the final part of like the VTubing like zones, there's Zone 4, which is complete immersion. Like these VTubers are a character. They're in character. They do not break kayfabe. They do not talk about like IRL, like anything like that. And if they do, they have to do it through their lore. Like it's very immersive. And this is where I consider most agency and like corporate VTubers to be.
No, I think I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. It's like traditionalists, I guess. I consider Zone 4 to be the traditional side of VTubing, where VTubing originally stemmed from, which was in Japanese culture. Specifically, Japanese like idol culture. That's where I consider Zone 4 to be. And like, I consider the fan base who are in Zone 4 are the ones who completely want immersion. They do not want to know their Oshi's like, you know, the person who's voicing their Oshi. They don't want to know anything about them as a person. They're interested in only the character. The character, the lore, that is it. They do not want to ruin their immersion. They're traditionalists. Is how I would describe it.
Which is honestly still really cool when you think about it, right?
It is. These people go out of their way whenever, like, you know, there's like, you know, people out there who are trying to leak information. These people go out of their way to just not listen to that. They're like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know that. And I find that fascinating.
No, it absolutely is.
Because Zone 3, what's interesting about Zone 3 and Zone 4 is that Zone 3, they don't mind if like the person who's voicing their avatar is more personal and like tells them about their IRL stuff. Like they actually like that kind of stuff. That's kind of like the difference between like the fan bases. It's like if you want that immersion break or not.
I would never allow my Oshi to immersion break.
Dude.
How dare my Oshi immersion break?
I hate that though. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a problem with every zone. Like, it's not like one zone of VTubing is better than the other. I just feel like calling it zones makes more sense rather than saying, oh, well, you're not a VTuber because of this and that. It just makes much more sense for people who like struggle with what zone that they're in. And I don't know, the people who are trying to like be super manipulative like that, and they don't necessarily have to be in one zone. I've seen people like that in like all the zones. Just in general, people who think they can just dictate their favorite streamers' like life.
Well, you don't think you could dictate your favorite streamer's life? Like, crazy. You know, they're your streamer. You should be able to tell them what to do.
What do you mean by their? What do you mean by their stream? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. What? No. How dare you assume that about me? You really think I just sit here, just make, you know, getting upset that my Oshi decided to collab with a male? I'm kidding. Okay. Dude, do you remember that? Do you remember like years ago when like females and male VTubers like collabing was the biggest career destroyer ever?
No, I remember. I thought it was like really really difficult, or sorry, really really stupid, right? Because like in the IRL space, you know, people like me, I can collab with whoever I want, and no one's ever gonna bat an eye, you know. But for whatever reason, VTubers just can't seem to get away with that, which I think that's ridiculous, you know, to be honest with you.
I think it's because a lot of it stemmed from like Zone 4 being the dominating way to VTube back then, which takes place from like idol culture. And like idol culture, you can't date. Like that's just not allowed. It's not, you know, so I feel like because VTubing was mirroring so much of idol culture, that's why. And then it just didn't adopt well into the West. Like in the Western side of VTubing, we're just not like that. We don't have like idol culture like that. Although we do get kind of parasocial and like control-y too, but yeah, it was just a really weird time for a couple of years where like male VTubers were just not accepted at all. And
No, they were not.
yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I think they kind of still are not. It's kind of strange, to say the least.
No, you're right. It is kind of weird. It's like some males are accepted, but not all males. It's like
Definitely not all.
and this is something else I see a lot of people keep asking, like men who want to become VTubers. They're always like, "Oh, well, do I have any like chance of success because I'm a guy? Like, do people even care?" And it's sometimes it's like it's hard to answer because it's like, yes, you can be successful, but I understand that there's going to be difficulty because there are some male VTubers who've talked about how people won't even give them a time of day because they're male, and that's it.
Exactly. Yep. Like I I would not be a dude out in these streets. Not gonna lie.
Oh, speaking of that, actually, okay. So
Well,
another thing about VTubing is the fact that like you can have any kind of model that you want. Like, first of all, Evan being like a male, right? He doesn't have to have a male model. He can have a female model.
this is true.
Like, you literally could have a big titty, like, goth girlfriend model if you wanted to.
Yeah, but,
Honestly,
where's the fun in that? You know?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, where is the fun in You're right. Who needs big titties? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. No one needs big booba. Yeah, big booba's overrated and stupid. I can't believe, like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Mari's lost her mind.
I'm not losing my mind. I'm just agreeing with you. That's all.
Mari has lost her mind.
I'm just agreeing. I'm just agreeing. That's all. I just, you know. Oh my gosh, Porcelain Maid is a good example of that. Actually, yeah. Do you know any like male VTubers who use like female I don't know why I said male VTubers. Did you know any like guys who use female models besides Porcelain Maid?
Yeah, aside from Joel, I actually don't think I can think of any.
I feel like there are some, right?
There definitely quite a few, but like none that like I'm aware of, you know?
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Dude, and you know what's really cool about like VTubing too is like, okay, you can have so many different toggles. Like chat, check this out. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Check this out. Ready? 1,
Oh no.
2. My jacket comes off.
What are you making this?
My
chat do?
jacket comes off.
Chat, what is she making you do, chat?
My jacket comes off. And
Chat,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry? Why are you apologizing to my chat? Why?
Chat, I would like to apologize for whatever the fuck.
Okay, I put my jacket back on. Okay, I put my jacket back on. Jeez, I did. What do you mean? Thank you. Okay.
We were all very happy now.
Dude, okay, look. You can get so many really cool toggles, right? And like, I think that's something that a lot of people really get excited about when it comes to VTubing, because I see people spend so much money just to get like a walking anime, or just to do what I can do like now, where I can lean. Like, I can lean forward. And like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you want to spend the money. You don't have to, obviously, but like I can see why people get really excited because it's like, oh my gosh, I can do this on stream as a character. Like, it's really cool because like, obviously, if you're IRL, you can do this anytime you want, but that sucks and that's boring. I'm a drawing and I can do this, and I
just call yourself a fucking drawing.
I am a drawing, yeah. That's what my mom said, at least.
Does your mom call you a drawing?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so, you know, my mom wouldn't lie to me. She also said, like, I'm really special and cool, too, so, you know. Yeah. And, okay, so another thing I think is really cool is that you can, like, act and, like, edit, like, videos in ways that I feel like wouldn't fit IRL creators. Like, because VTubers are, you know, digital, we can use a lot of like anime style editing, like a lot of anime like tropes and stuff. Where I feel like if you did it without your model, it'd be kind of cringe.
Like if I did it, it'd be cringe, but you can get away with it?
Yeah.
That's a fucked up thing to say.
Well, there's a lot of... Well, am I wrong?
There are definitely people who would 100% agree with you, to be honest.
It's just because of, like... Well, I can literally... If I had a toggle to take my hair off, I could. You can't just get a bald toggle like that and then put your hair back on.
This is true.
And I don't know. I know that sounds really simple. Probably people in chat are like, why is she like going off on this? Like, who fucking cares? Who cares? But back in the day, like back in the day, it's so weird saying it like that.
It sounds so old.
It's not, but it feels old in VTubing years.
In VTubing years. I mean, you're right though. You're absolutely right.
I don't know. I got excited when I could toggle off my hair and put it back on. I can't on this outfit, but you know, I forgot how to do it actually. Yeah, I don't remember how to take off my hair and put it back. Anyways, it's not important. The point is that I got very excited being able to do toggles, okay? Like, I'm sorry if that is like so lame of a thing to be excited about. I liked the toggles, okay? Wait, Evan, can you toggle?
I have a few. I have this one. I have this one. And I have this one.
That was the same one.
And I have this one.
You have like three.
Well, no, this one's crying.
That's still three. That's the third one. You have an angry. You have an angry. You have a sad, and you have a shocked. Oh, you have Canada. Oh, okay, yay, yay. Okay, never mind. Okay, I see.
I have toggles. What the fuck you mean?
Yay!
I can't believe you tried to say that I, of all people, did not have toggles. That's crazy.
I mean, you did say you didn't have money earlier. So
I mean, you're not wrong.
Dude, okay. All right. Listen. I was talking to Evan and a couple of our VTuber friends earlier about, like, you know, what makes VTubing really popular and stuff, because what I think might be popular, you know, my toggles, apparently not everyone's that into them. One of them said, I don't remember who said this, but somebody had mentioned how you can like literally just record your voice and just make like very interesting content that way. Like, you don't have to actually be here and like VTube. You just have to record and then program your model to do stuff. Who said that? I don't remember.
Is it Universe? That sounds like something Universe would say.
It might have been Universe, yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
What's wrong with Universe?
You trust that guy? I don't trust him.
Isn't he your manager?
Yeah.
You don't trust your manager?
What? Do you trust yours?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, now you're exposing me for the type of person I am.
I mean, for the type of, wait, what do you mean for the type of person you are? What?
What? That's crazy.
You know what? Regardless if he was the one that said it, I think what he said was very interesting because, like, going back to Iron Mouse and stuff, when she did her, like, her concert, you know, I think it's really cool how, like, she can dance without actually having to do the dances, and having, like, her concert, just being able to, like, record her singing. I think that's just really cool.
Yeah, no, it's objectively cool.
Yeah. And, I don't know, for me personally, what really got me into VTubing was that fact. It's like the technology behind VTubing. As someone who also has, like, a lot of health issues where I can't just, like, turn on a camera and be super animated and all that stuff. Sometimes, like, I really have to, like, lay down and take a lot of breaks. It's really cool to know that all I have to do is just record my voice, and then if I use, like, my 3D model, I can just put her in, like, a really cool program, and I can, like, dance and do all really cool things. It takes a lot of pressure off for making content.
That was, like, the most wholesome thing I've heard you say in a while.
What do you mean?
It kind of was.
I'm very wholesome.
It was okay. All right. Well, now that we're lying.
Listen here. Okay. Well, fine. All right. Fine. How about you tell me in chat here, what is it that you like about VTubing? Because clearly,
what do I like about VTubing?
Yeah, because you're gonna keep VTubing this year, right?
I am.
Yeah, so obviously you like it.
To say that I like it would be an overstatement, I feel like, but
you love it?
It's all right.
Okay,
it's definitely not something that I hate, but, like, it's something that, like, I'm doing because, you know, everybody has wanted me to do it, but it's not something that I want to actively keep doing forever, right?
Okay, yeah. But, like, okay, well, what do you like about VTubing then?
It's just fun to interact with VTubers, but in terms of, like, actually being a VTuber, using the model and stuff like that, yeah, some mornings I could wake up and I can be like, you know what, I don't even have to turn on my camera. I don't have to clean my room. I can just be here. I can just, like, you know, talk to people, have more emotion in my face because I've been told I have an RBF basically, and, like, you know, I look like I'm angry all the time. So, like, I can just have this model up and, like, I'll be fine, right?
Yeah, people always say that too. They're always like, Mari, you just look upset. You look like someone kicked your dog. And I'm like, yeah.
You always do look like someone kicked your dog.
I don't know why. I just have, like, I'm just always thinking about stuff, I guess. I don't know. At least here on stream, when I'm, you know, just kind of inner monologuing or I'm thinking about stuff, chat just says it looks like I'm buffering because, like, I don't move and it scares chat.
You're buffering, that's funny.
Yeah, because, like, sometimes I'll just sit here and I'm talking, then I'm like, and then chat's like, did she, like, leave? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh. I'm like, I'm just buffering. I'm buffering, okay? But I'm thinking. I don't know.
Mari the buffer. That's actually kind of funny, yeah.
Listen, I am not good at articulating my thoughts. I can't just, like, come up with things on the spot right away, all right? I struggle.
You're good.
I'm running on dial-up.
Ain't no way.
Well, I'm digital, so yeah, I'm running on dial-up.
Aren't you like a dream? How do dreams run on dial-up?
You know, sometimes it's better not to ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
You know what? You might be right. I probably shouldn't. I'm so sorry. Apologies, my dream lord.
Ha ha ha. This is why I like VTubing. Haha. I don't know. I think this is fun. I think it's really cool. Like, ever since I became a VTuber, I can just do fun little jokes like that. And it's really cool how people just go along with it because we're anime. And that's what you do with anime. You just kind of, you see some really stuff and you just kind of go with it.
What?
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to punch sometimes you just want to commit tax. Sometimes you just want to do just really bad things. But, you know, and then Chad just kind of goes with it because we're anime.
Chat, you hearing this? Chat, are you in on this?
Chad can't hear. I made sure of that. Anyway, so.
That's crazy.
Well, not as crazy as this segue to our sponsor that I don't have, but I could have.
I was gonna say, do you have a sponsor?
No.
That'd be kind of wild. That'd be kind of sick.
I have I have gamer subs.
Oh, plug your sponsor, dude.
Yeah, I have a gamer sub. Wait, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I forgot that. I forgot to make a gamer subs for today's stream.
Crazy.
Yeah, normally I make
Wow.
a gamer subs every stream and I tell chat what I'm drinking, but I forgot to today. Wow.
I would never.
Yeah, well, you can still get 10% off my code, so I mean.
Yo, and yo, what's that code, Mario? What's that code?
Your mom. I'm just kidding. No, it's not that. It's Mari. So if you do
I come to this stream, and this is how I'm treated.
What do you mean you came to this stream? I'm just kidding. This is my code.
That's crazy.
There you go. I literally had to drag you into this voice chat.
That's not true.
That is true.
Have to.
Well,
I came here of my own accord.
yay! You hear that, chat? That is video evidence of him saying he wanted to be here. So now he can never, ever in the future say, oh, well, she forced me, you guys. No, you hear that now, chat. He wanted to be here.
She did kind of force me. I'm not going to lie.
I did not!
Kind of forced me.
Well, maybe, well, you know, Monday's supposed to be our special hangout time with Mr. Underhill, and he abandoned us, Evan.
He kind of did. Yeah, you know, he didn't kind of. He actually did.
He abandoned us.
He straight up just abandoned us.
He said he was tired.
Maybe we can get tired.
Yeah, he said he got tired. And you know what? I'm tired, Mr. Underhill. I've been up since 4 in the morning.
I like how we both just flamed him.
We have to. It's oh my god, I really am the XQC VTuber, aren't I? It's obligatory. Mr. Underhill is a victim of a self-sucking incident, and that's why he's not here today, right, Wait, what? How did you find out about that?
The what incident?
Nothing. So... VTubing, huh? What do you hate about it?
The what? The huh?
Nothing. Nothing. This is what I hate about VTubers, okay? They literally don't listen. They don't read, and they don't ever care about your lore.
I just want to know what she means by this.
What do I mean by what?
She wouldn't even tell me.
What? About what?
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're right. They won't read your lore.
Do you even have lore?
No.
Then what's there to read?
Exactly. There's absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm kind of like, it's like we talked about earlier, right? Like, kind of like how there are people like fucking Sykkuno and shit who don't have lore. I don't have lore.
I'm sorry. I thought you said there are people like Sykkuno, and I thought you were gonna go tie that into like what you don't like about VTubing, and I was like so like thrown off. I was so thrown off. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
That's crazy.
Wait, he doesn't have lore either?
Oh.
I think that confirms my Zone 2 theory then, because yeah, I feel like Zone 2ers they don't have lore. Because again, it's such an extension of themselves, right?
Yeah, basically.
Which is kind of interesting because, like, okay, so I introduced the concept of zones because I've kind of just seen so much just bullying and gatekeeping for so many years. And it's really made, like, even, like, myself really struggle to figure out where I belong in, like, VTubing because it's, like, I understand why people want to have this distinction, like, 'cause I totally get it, because a lot of people who don't know what VTubing are, there's a lot of misconceptions and people just make a lot of assumptions about VTubing. And this zone concept, right, makes it a little bit easier, because before I literally would like sit here and think, am I actually like a VTuber? I kind of explain to people how to become VTubers and stuff. That's not really like me being a VTuber person, but I am also, and it was just really confusing for me. And I don't know, it's one of my gripes against VTubing is that there's so many like different nuances and so many like judgmental people that there's like a lot of elitists who constantly try to gatekeep everything here in this industry.
Who think they know what VTubing is for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
Mari.
I think. Well, it's VTubing is kind of like any other avenue where people like, you know, there are different types of content creation, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think that like, you know, if you are a VTuber per se, you can effectively be a VTuber that just teaches other VTubers how to do things. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think that's like meta? I don't know why my tongue just came out just now. I did not mean to blem at you. I'm so sorry.
It'd be a weird meta, first of all.
What do you mean? How is that a weird meta? It's a VTuber teaching people how to be VTubers. That's exactly what I do. What do you mean that's weird?
It's a weird meta.
It's not a You take that back right now.
A little bit strange.
No, it's not.
It is a little strange.
Well, okay, well, I mean, I will admit that I am a little strange, but like, did you see why I struggled for so long?
No, I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool though, I think.
I mean, it's definitely like something that I think about sometimes because like, okay, I'm sure you probably have seen people talk about this, right? About this whole like, oh, VTubing is, sorry, try not to cough. I'm sure you've heard people talk about how VTubing is oversaturated and how like, all it is just content creation, like normal content creation where VTubing is like a medium, which is true. But then I also see people talk about how like, oh, well, VTubing is so unique. I don't really know like how to do this VTuber thing. It doesn't make any sense and stuff. And people just struggle understanding like the concept of like how to be a VTuber. And yeah,
but like it's also kind of hard, right? Like how do you tell people to be a VTuber, right?
Because then it brings back into the whole, well, what is a VTuber?
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, thank you so much, Ray Factor, for the super chat. Mari is 100% meta VTuber. Nah, let's go. Let's freaking go. And I'm just kidding. Listen, it is hard because VTubing is unique in so many different ways, and I feel like because it is unique, people seem to misunderstand like how to pursue VTubing, and I just feel like it's really hard to explain. Like the fact that you're here in your model, which it looks like you're like, what are you looking at under the desk? You've been looking at under the desk for a while now.
No, it's just how I'm sitting. That's literally it.
What? Like, no, like what's under there? Like what?
There's just nothing. No, there's totally nothing at all. Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
There's gonna be high anything under there.
There's nothing there. There's clear nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Mr. Underhill, you keep an eye on him over there, all right? You let me know. No, I don't know. I feel like, okay, well, what makes VTubers unique in your eyes? Because if it is just like normal content creation, sure, but there's obviously like some kind of a disconnect between that, right? Because a lot of people still find us to be really cringe and weird, and other people don't even know what VTubing is. So it's like, what do you think makes VTubing and VTubers so unique compared to, you know, you, people like you?
I'd say that just weirdly enough, how VTubers approach content is very different from how IRL creators approach content.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like more VTubers are ready to just dive in when it comes to creating content versus like IRL creators are more calculated with how they go about stuff, I'd say.
That's really interesting because
It's just an observation I've had.
yeah, you said really calculate. That's so interesting. Which, by the way, thank you so much, Extra Spicy, for remembering. If you write in AI that VTubes for you is a VTubing. I consider it to be like zone 1, where it's more kind of like a toy, which is like essentially what Nero Summit is. And I also consider Ko Miko at that too, because I don't think she's actually interested in doing any VTuber related content. It's literally just to show you how cool like the technology is. You know what I mean?
She's definitely done some VTuber stuff, and she sort of calls herself a VTuber now. I'd say.
Does she really? I haven't watched her stuff recently.
No, she kind of calls herself a VTuber now.
Interesting. So like, okay. You said that IRL people are calculated towards their... am I hearing that right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by calculated?
Hold on, I'm going bankrupt right now.
You're bankrupt? Okay, well, I'm not bankrupt. Thank you so much, Jose, with the super chat. Mario's a teacher for VTubers. Okay, but seriously.
No, I think that VTubers, for the most part, from what I have noticed about a lot of VTubers, is that it seems that like they go ahead and they just kind of want to like jump into content, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing, boom, and then they try to do it. Versus like I think a lot of the IRL creators that I've noticed, they're more so like, oh, how can I make this thing interesting for people to watch? And then they go about thinking about that, whereas VTubers are just like, I'll just stream or make this video real quick.
You know, it kind of reminds me of like early day streaming when like people would just kind of just do stuff. And
yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of people doing it, and like no one really cares about like retention hacking and like beating the algorithm and all that stuff. It's more like I just want to give this a try. I think you're right. Yeah. It's actually interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, to me, I think there's like a couple different things that make VTubing unique. Like, okay, first of all, you went to TwitchCon.
I did, unfortunately.
And what did you spend most of your time doing at TwitchCon?
I feel like I'm being called out right now.
No, I'm not calling you out.
What did I like most of my time?
Yeah, like at the convention itself. Like, what did you do most of the time?
A very good question.
Well, I can answer that because when I met up with you at TwitchCon, you were in line for a VTuber meet and greet. And who are you meeting and greeting?
I don't know. You tell me.
I actually forgot.
Was I in line for a VTuber?
You were in Shoujo's meet and greet in line. That's all I know.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, because we talked to the staff. And they're like, oh yeah, Evan, if you want to talk to Matara Khan, you can. And I was like, oh, bet, sweet.
Yeah, okay, so yes, so okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. What you just said right there. You were in a meet and greet line to meet a VTuber. And that is something that I think is so unique because, okay, normally at conventions, whether it's like an anime convention or Comic-Con or like whatever, right? Like DreamHack, like all that place, right? There are like creators who you can go see or like voice actors who you can go see. But now you can see VTubers at conventions. And it's different. It's different than like seeing... Evan, stop looking behind my back!
I'm sorry!
It's okay. I'm not hiding anything back there, okay?
Oh, look, I was just trying to make sure, you know? I'm doing you a solid.
Me?
Yeah.
Well...
Well, you never done sauce for the homies before?
It's not that. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so I think it's interesting that you can do meet and greets at conventions with VTubers. I think the fact that we've already like gotten this far with having that being a thing, and then like 3D concerts for VTubers, like merchandise, it's like literally meeting your IRL waifu and husbando. What?
It's a very interesting way of putting it, but yes, you're not wrong. It is basically that.
Well, some people consider us to be just cartoons on screen, pretty much, that interact with each other, and how that's like different than watching conventional anime, which is very fascinating. That I've heard like other people talk about. So when you think about it, it's like you have like this anime character that you like, right? But you get to actually meet and talk with them and like see them in person, and it's just, I think that's just so cool.
Yeah, Mari, you're right. That is very. Oh my god, my phone! Am I still here? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just kind of died just now.
Oh my gosh. Evan almost just died on my stream, you guys. Can we please like get some hype in chat right now? This might be the last time we ever see Evan.
No.
Funeral costs are very expensive for me. I have to hide the body, and I need I'm gonna need funding for that. So anyways, thank you so much, Platypus, for super chat. I appreciate that. Is even
hide the body?
Is even saying that VTubers are bad at even?
I mean, hi, my name is Even.
Not anymore after. Never mind. Look, listen. That's not. I feel like it's. God, I feel like I'm just stumbling on my words because I'm so excited to talk about this because like we're digital, you guys. Like we're on your screen, we're on your phone right now. Like, and it's like if I went to like a convention and you could like meet me and stuff, and I think that's just really cool. Okay, I think it's really cool.
I think Mari's losing her mind. I'm not gonna lie.
I wanna do meet and greets at conventions this year. I think like I really want to meet people, and I want to meet all of you in chat. And I want to do that. It sounds like so much fun.
Do it then.
Well, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
I don't believe you. You sound motivated.
How can I sound more motivated? I am literally about to. I need to use the litter box. Evan, I need you to keep an eye on the shop real quick while I'm gone.
Okay.
Talk to chat on anyways.
Hey chat, my name is Evan. Welcome to Mari's stream. Today we are going to be talking about what Mari brought me here to talk about today, which is I think we were supposed to talk about VTubing in general. I believe that's what was supposed to happen. And then Mari did this thing like she always does, where she kind of got a little distracted. It's okay. I'm here to bring it back together. Don't worry about it. And she sent notes. She actually like unironically sent notes. Like I'm not kidding. She should have has notes. I think it's nice that she has notes, to be fair. Oh God, I don't know how to turn. Hold on. You guys, you're probably really confused as to what's going on right now in my life. I am attempting to play City Skylines right now. I should also do this thing where like I bring up Mari's chat and also like the doc that she has, because Mari gets like really distracted. So hold on, let me do us all a favor. I'm gonna get us back on track in like 2 seconds. Hold on. We're gonna look at Mari's document, and we're gonna like actually do this. I typed in Mari's name on YouTube and like it says Mari Yummy. This is not what I wanted. Oh my gosh. Mari. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're good. Okay. I found it. All right, let me look at the document. What did she say? Let's look at the point. Let me bring the stream back together. All right, hold on. Where's that? Where'd she send the document? Where's that document you sent me? Where's the I'm looking for the. Send me the document again. I hate it here. I don't like what you're doing. This is not okay.
Heaven's a bug.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Chat, do you hear her? Chat, do you hear her?
What do you mean I didn't wash my hands? I did wash my hands! I mean, hey, I'm back.
Absolutely wild. Anyway, now that we all know that you didn't wash your hands, what's up?
I don't need to wash my hands. I have a clean. Wait, hold on. Wait, I didn't mean to bleep that.
That's crazy that you would even say those words out loud.
I did not. Here, I'll give you the stupid document link, okay? I didn't.
Thank you.
Okay. I wrote notes down today because, as you can all tell, I am not only sleep deprived. I'm very excited to talk about stuff, but I wanted to make sure I said all the things I wanted to say. So I wrote a little document in there. I sent it to you, okay, to help you. Don't judge my notes, okay? It's just notes. It's literally just notes that I took when I was thinking about stuff earlier.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. Travel.
Chat can't judge.
Yeah, they can.
No.
I feel like that's what chat does best.
Do you judge me, chat?
They should be.
What do you mean they should be?
Chat, please do judge her.
Hey! Fine. Oh, you know what? Fine. Fine. Whoa.
I'm just...
Whoa.
What the... Why are you barking? Why is she barking? Why are you barking?
Because I'm a VTuber and I can do whatever I want because I'm an anime character and you're Baka. See, this is...
I'm scared. Listen. Fucking scared. You can't do this as an IRL creator.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for like framing my point because yeah, you can't do that as an IRL creator. And not only that, okay, like I said earlier, Evan doesn't even have to have a male model. He can have a female model. If you want big booba, you can have big booba, all right? Like,
this is true.
You want to be a dommy mommy or a soft boy? You can be any of that. Oh my gosh, what was it? I think Cozy, when we were talking to her earlier, she was saying how there was a VTuber who was like an overlay. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, no, Mari. Like, he was like an actual overlay, like a stream overlay. And then he had like a face on the overlay.
What?
Yeah.
Well, how does that work?
I don't know. And I really wish I could. I might bug her later on where she saw that if she can find it. But it's fascinating. Like, you can do any... Okay, Evan, what is like the most... I don't want to say weird because weird sounds like such a negative and mean word. What's the most like interesting VTuber design or concept that you've seen so far?
That I've seen?
Yeah.
That's a very good question, actually. What is the most interesting one that I've seen?
What about you, Mr. Underhill?
I guess
there was... Oh my God, where did he go? Just kidding.
There was this one ASMR VTuber who had a model that was laying down, but it was like a live 2D rig and everything.
ASMR, you watch that kind of stuff?
So anyway, the model was just like laying down or whatever, and I thought that was really cool. Also, what's wrong with watching ASMR, huh? I don't need to be judged right now.
So there's nothing wrong with ASMR content. I just didn't think you watched ASMR. That's all.
I don't.
Oh, you don't, huh?
I actually don't.
Really?
Genuinely, I do not.
Really?
I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
I genuinely do not.
All right. Well, okay, fine. I believe you. I think the most interesting VTuber I've seen is the foot one. The one that looks like a foot.
The foot one?
Yeah. So Yoshino Art is a really amazing live 2D artist, and she made a foot model where it's a VTuber and it has like eyes on it, and so it's a foot. It's literally a foot. It's like your favorite thing, Evan. I'm surprised you did not see this. Hold on, let me find it.
My favorite thing.
You like feet?
No.
What do you mean no?
What makes you think I like feet?
You mean you don't like feet?
No.
Since when?
Excuse you, since always.
I'm sorry. I don't believe you. I know we're like lying on stream right now, so I can get like a bunch of money, and like I know like, but still you should like, come on. Now you're kind of pushing it.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
I have photographic evidence of you feeling otherwise about feet.
I genuinely do not like feet.
Anime feet?
No.
Okay, but what if you know that VTuber that you said that was laying down? What if her body, like her model, was positioned where her feet were kind of like angled in the camera, and she had like what is it called, nylons, like stockings or something, or stilettos?
No, I'm not a foot. What makes you think I fucking like feet?
I don't know, Chad. What do you think? Do you believe him?
I hope they fucking do.
He's like, if you guys don't believe me, I'm gonna ban every single one of you in my chat. Is that why he keeps looking down?
That's crazy. I didn't come here to be bullied.
You're right. That's why we got Mr. Underhill in the corner there. Oh my god. Okay.
This is insane.
But I think it's interesting the fact that we have a foot VTuber. I've seen like a broccoli VTuber. Heck, I've seen like a VTuber who was an ink drawing where it looks like calligraphy on the as him, and then he has like ink stains are on him, and it's just very unique.
Calligraphy?
I don't know how else to describe it other than he looks like it's ink.
I mean, fair enough.
Listen, chat. Okay, Evan, you know, my chat clearly likes you because they're saying that I'm projecting that I'm the one who likes feet, which I'll have you know, I do not like feet.
I always knew you liked feet.
Since when?
Well, since always.
What do you mean since always? What does that imply?
Well, you've always kind of been a foot person.
No. When have I ever?
I mean, listen,
Evan, if you want to look at my feet that freaking bad, I mean, you like, here.
That's crazy.
There you go.
There
you go.
I'm good. I don't need.
There you go.
No, I'm
literally,
good.
I'm trying to do a handstand right now, and I really don't appreciate you judging my handstand. That's kind of fucked up.
You know, if I wanted to see your feet, I would have asked.
Well, now you don't have to ask. I already showed you.
No,
I will take Bitcoin, or I will take PayPal for that. I will also bubble tea fine too.
I hate the fact that you even showed them to me.
What do you mean by that?
That's kind of crazy.
What do you mean that's kind of crazy?
That's actually insane. You just showed feet for free.
No, I didn't.
You didn't make me pay.
Well, it's not free if someone super chats saying Mari's feeties, then it's not free.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, you already did.
Nah.
You already did, actually.
Nah.
Really? I check your bank account right now.
That's crazy. Chad, do you think I would ever pay for Mari's feet pics?
I don't like the silence. Whatever. You know what? Listen, there are so many different filters, art styles, and creative aesthetics is what I was trying to get at earlier. Because, as you said, I can do a lot of really cool things as a VTuber, and you just really can't do that as an IL creator.
True.
Actually, wait, there was what's it called? Do you know of this VTuber named Shindigs?
Shindigs, I've heard of them, yeah.
So this person's been blowing up pretty recently, and he PNG tubes pretty much. Like he has, yeah.
He's the dude with like the amazing like fucking model, right?
Well, I don't know what you mean by amazing. He like PNG tubes where he has different special like OBS filters that makes his PNG tuber be animated. And he does like all these really crazy overlays with his chat.
Yeah, it's that guy. He's cool.
Thank you, Extra Spicy, for the super chat. I thought Keys and I was the most interesting. Most interesting what? This better not be about the foot thing, I swear to God. Anyways, no.
What?
All right. He is really cool. So the reason why I'm bringing him up is because he makes really unique like PNG VTuber content.
Mm-hmm.
He showcases a lot of other VTubers who make very interesting VTuber content, and one of them is this super like retro aesthetic type of VTuber. Like I don't know how else to describe it other than like here, maybe I can show it on stream because I don't know how to describe this. So all right, check this out. Look at this.
Okay.
It's like some retro aesthetic VTuber where like their stream looks like I'm gonna ask you to move a little bit over here. Okay, where they look like I don't know what the hell you call this. Like what is this?
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, well, what the fuck would you call that?
I don't know, but the fact that this is like a VTuber is fascinating to me. Apparently,
kind of dope.
Their body and background are fully rendered while only their head animates. That is so interesting. Apparently this person's name, this VTuber's name is Western Style Guy. Dude, that is so cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's just really cool. Like the fact that you can do that, right?
It's definitely a little strange looking, but also really, really cool.
Nah. It looks like an old PC game on PC. Oh my God. Well, let's just say that is something you can do as a VTuber, I guess. It's one of the many interesting things you can do. I guess I can kind of understand why like people who've never heard of VTubing, they see something like that and they're like, so there's a person behind that? Like, or is that a game or is that AI? Oh my God, I constantly hear that VTubers are AI.
The VTuber is AI thing is just so weird to me. Mm-hmm. Right? Because like even if they were AI, it's like, are they entertaining? Why does it matter? You know, like look at Nier-sama.
Oh my God, yeah, she has such a big following. And I find that really interesting because like you said, right? It's like, who cares? And why? I don't know why people care about it so much, but they do. And like, there's just so many unique things you can do as a VTuber. Like, someone asked earlier in chat if PNG tubing is still considered VTubing, and I consider it, yeah, I consider it to be part of the zone thing, right? It's still a character. And I feel like people who can make PNG tubing a thing and can actually build like a following or make very unique content like what Shindigs is doing, you know, you have more creativity than me, sir. Like, you're doing a phenomenal job.
No, he absolutely is. But it's really, really cool.
Yeah. And like, I see why people get into VTubing because they see people like Shindigs or like this other person here, Western Style Guy, and it's like you become so immersed in a character like that. And like, oh, I see what Extra Spicy meant earlier. You're saying how like he's in a Ai's like entire kayfabe, which makes sense. It's like the whole like, character thing, right? Listen, PNG, 2D or 3D, you can make very engaging content regardless if you even have any tech skills, because like I said, I literally started with VRoid Studio. I had no tech skills about VTubing. I'm lucky if my stream works half the time.
Ain't that a mood?
It really is.
You go live and you hope everything just works.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And because of that, I feel like, you know how you said earlier how people just kind of jump into VTubing and they just want to like do this thing, like whatever that is.
Yeah.
I think because of that, a lot of people, especially VTubers, like people who want to become VTubers, they don't know what they can do to stand out because they think VTubing's oversaturated, which it's not. Like, it's weird, right? It's so weird hearing people say VTubing is oversaturated because VTubing is still very niche.
It's so very new as well.
Yeah, it is. And God, I feel like I'm always on a soapbox whenever I talk about this because, you know, it's hard to talk about without people either getting like really offended or upset because they like compare themselves. But pretty much how I see it is the type of people who say VTubing is oversaturated is because those are the types of VTubers who want to be like gamers or singers or artists or like a just chatting VTuber, which those are like really, really competitive markets to make content in.
Yeah, no, very.
And like, it's not even just VTubing related either, that where it's competitive. And so, because of that, when I see people, like I said, when I see people like shindigs, it tells me like, yeah, VTubing is definitely not oversaturated. There's still so many different things you can do as a creator, but I feel like people are so busy comparing themselves to other VTubers like Iron Mouse or like Shy Lily or Fillion. Actually, Fillion's a really good example of transforming the VTubing scene with what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
She pretty much took the meta that like Ludwig and Mizkif did to get big, hosting like the game shows and stuff.
Yeah, no, Fillion has been really, really smart about it. I freaking love like Fillion hosted events. I just think they're really cool.
Yeah, she was so smart to catch on to the, what's that name of that YouTube channel? The one that does the button.
Fuck. I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, because
the name is escaping me.
She pretty much does a lot of stuff that they do. Like, it's pretty much what they did, and then she makes into like VTubing related. Yeah.
Which again is just really, really smart.
It is, yeah, because like that's pretty much what you have to do as a content creator. And like I said, a lot of people who become VTubers, they just think, oh no, it's gaming, it's singing, like I have to be an idol. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't.
Mm-mm.
Jubilee, yes. Thank you so much, Extra Spicy, for the super chat. What about in-universe or fictional VTubers? What do you mean by like in-universe or fictional VTubers? Like ones who, you talking about like Zone 4 with like kayfabe?
Kayfabe? What's a kayfabe?
I want you to think about that. I want you to think about what you just said.
I mean, it was genuine.
You're like, I don't think I'm a VTuber. No, I'm just kidding. It's like being in character. It's like not breaking the fourth wall, complete immersion.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It's like a wrestling term.
Oh.
Yeah. You know how like
you
ever watch wrestling where they're in character at all time, and it is real. Okay, that's their realm, their world.
I've never seen anything wrestling related.
Really?
Never.
Wow, I'm learning more and more about you.
Yeah, I'm not big on wrestling, just
I'm not either, but still, I at least know about. I never knew it was called kayfabe, but I knew about the whole pretending it's real thing.
Mm-hmm.
More like VTubers who exist inside a work of fiction. Yeah, I feel like that makes VTubing very unique, and it's also very niche too, because you can't really do that as IRL. Well, actually, that's not true. I think IRL streamers do have lore.
They do.
Like, Evan. So you know IRL streamers, right?
I would hope so.
Do you know who Germa is?
I fucking love German.
Do you know Germa lore?
No, not necessarily. Should I know more German lore?
Chat, he doesn't know Germa lore.
Wait, okay. What is Germa's lore? What? Okay, what is Germa's lore?
Rats. Where are the rats? And I don't know how to explain Germa lore. All I know is that he has such a dedicated fan base. They've created like lore about this man ever since Germa's dollhouse and like and him owing his chat all this money. And there's like a person, his community is so dedicated. They have made this website that constantly updates how much debt Germa owes his chat, and like it's shown like consistency of him paying off some of that debt, gaining it back. It's like,
what the heck?
Yeah, Germa has kayfabe, you guys. He really does.
That's kind of wild.
Oh, like the Kizuna Eye anime that's actually really interesting. What do you think about that? Like VTubers having anime now, and then they stream, and it's like you can interact with someone who you just created like anime. Like that's so fascinating.
I mean, it's kind of cool. The fact that like now you can like go ahead and interact with your Oshis per se.
Yeah. Trash Taste has lore. Do they?
That's true. Yeah, Trash Taste does have lore.
Really? I'm not that familiar with all of their lore. I just know that Connor really likes moms.
the one freaking thing
That's pretty much all. And also that he's never had a Taco Bell. However he says it, taco.
That's okay. I can fix him.
Well, he tried it with Ludwig.
I can fix him again.
What do you mean by that? What's wrong?
No. Ludwig does not understand Taco Bell the way a poor man would.
Did you not watch that video?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm a busy man.
He forced Connor to eat Taco Bell, and he was like, I made a British man try Taco Bell, because apparently British people, they don't have Taco Bell where they live. And he kept saying it weird. He kept saying it as like taco. I can't do British, but Taco Bell. He kept saying it funny.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of that now. Fuck it. In fairness, though, right? Like it kind of makes sense. Kind of checks out. Like he wouldn't know what Taco Bell is.
Yeah, and okay. Well, I just think that it's interesting how we're talking about like all these other creators, right? And yet you can do all of that as a VTuber.
It's just most people just haven't.
Yeah, or they think that they don't know how to go about it, which is fair. It's kind of hard to. How do you do food tier listing and eating as like a VTuber? I don't know, but I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Out eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. This whole like VTubing is oversaturated. I just think is just false and a very ignorant statement to say. And I think a lot of people should try to learn how to be more creative, because it's kind of a skill. I think.
You saying creativity is a skill?
Yeah. What, you don't think you can learn creativity?
I don't think so, actually. I don't think people can learn to be creative. I think you either are or you're not,
Really?
Like I think that's genuinely how I feel.
That's interesting. Well, there are a lot of like creative skills you can learn, like improv.
That is true. You can learn some creative skills, but for the most part, I don't think you can.
But you mean like
learn.
having natural creative talent, right? Like to be able to come up with ideas. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. No, I agree. That makes a lot of sense because some people can't. Did you know there's a lot of people who can't actually visualize something you might describe to them? Like, for example, if I were to describe to you an apple, like I want you to picture in your head an apple, specifically a ruby red apple, and there's a little bit of bruising on the apple, and there may be even a little wormy inside the apple, like sticking out. Can you actually visualize what that looks like in your head?
I absolutely can.
I can too. Yeah. So there are people who can't at all.
And it baffles because I think we have a mutual friend that can't, and it baffles my mind that people just can't like think of that.
Wait, how do you pronounce it? A fantasia.
Fantasia.
That's a name.
Do you know how to pronounce the word fantasia?
Wait, there's an A in it though.
Oh. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what word you're talking about.
A fantasia. The way you can't visualize.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah, the thing. You can't see the thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it kind of it baffled me at first, but it also just kind of makes sense,
And I think that's kind of something, yeah. Are you born with? I don't know if you're born with that, but okay, I think I see what you mean now, where it's like, yeah, some people are born with creativity. There's definitely a lot of creative and technical skills you can learn for like VTubing and content creation. But yeah, I think if you could not visualize the apple I described, well, that doesn't mean you're doomed as a creator per se. It just means that like you don't have that creative ability to imagine things in your head. And I can see why creators who don't have that struggle a lot, not even just VTubing, just in general to do creative things.
Mm.
It's hard to visualize. That's like very interesting. This is just very interesting points. Like, I'm trying to read chat and they won't shut up about this movie, but also like someone said something earlier that I thought was interesting. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something like someone had said earlier in chat that VTubers are always like being painted to have this certain persona, and I find that interesting because I think a lot of people have so much misconception on how a VTuber is supposed to behave and act due to like, the gatekeeping and traditionalists, but also just people who don't know anything about VTubing. Like you said earlier, how like some people could see VTubing being AI or like a video game.
Man, I honestly, I think VTubers have misconceptions and how VTubers should behave as well.
That is, yes, they do actually. No, you're right. No, they do. They do. All right, fine. Okay, tell me, what is like a common misconception you've seen VTubers, not the VTuber fans. I kind of want to do both because like you're like a VTuber fan now and you're also a VTuber, so you get to do both. What is a misconception that actual VTubers themselves have about VTubing?
I can't believe you disrespect me like this.
What? How am I being...
I can't believe that you would call me a VTuber fan.
Are you not a fan of VTubers?
Chat, do I look like a fan of VTubers? Type 1 of yes.
You won't stop looking at my feet, so...
I'm not looking at your feet, and you know it.
Well, okay. Fine. I'll just say it, all right? I'll just say it. Someone who brought up the male thing earlier, all right? I constantly hear other VTubers talk about how, only female VTubers are successful, and how in order to be successful, you have to be female, and how females have it easier. And I think that is just such a skewed view on VTubing.
This is very, very true.
Because first of all, Evan's a male VTuber and he's successful.
Whoa. What?
Saikuno's a male VTuber and he's successful. Here, I'll do you one better. The entire like Ninja Sanji branch, Lexium is also, you know, just very successful.
Really don't like how she grouped me in there, chat. Not gonna lie.
Wait, you don't want to be compared to Vox?
Well, no.
It's because of the foot thing, isn't it? When he when he got his new model and his toes were out and stuff. Is it because of that?
Crazy. That's crazy that you keep calling me a VTuber.
Well, right now you are a VTuber, whether you want to admit it or not. You're if you're not a VTuber, then what are you? What am I looking at right now?
I am a man with a model.
What kind of model?
Anyway,
what kind
guys,
of model?
it happens to be a VTuber model.
I
suppose it doesn't make me a VTuber. Doesn't make me a VTuber. It doesn't make me a VTuber.
Regardless, I believe that male VTubers can be successful. It's not like you're going to have the same. I'm trying to think of the word. Like, it's not like you have this incredibly big disadvantage for being male, because hello, I like VTubers too. I'm a fan of a lot of male VTubers. There's a fan base. There are people like that. There's a huge untapped audience in the female like market, especially since like a lot of girls like boy bands. And I feel like if male VTubers could figure out how to tap into that market more, then you guys would be really like, you'd be popping off. And we've actually seen that. We're starting to see some like boy band, like male boy band VTubers.
The boy banders, boy bandit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we're starting to see it. I don't know. That's just something.
I think that honestly, like, what I've seen more is more males in the VTuber community, like basically forming groups, and I think that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that too. I'm actually happy to see a lot of like males grow, because again, I've had to watch 4 years of just people complaining about it all the time and stuff, and it's just very tiring. Oh my god, you know what else I keep seeing this. Okay, at this point, the amount of like, I guess haters, I don't know what else to call them, like people who just don't like VTubers or VTubing content, who constantly say that VTubers are like ugly, they're like ugly like fat old men behind their model and all this stuff. And I'm just like sitting here like, dude, this is kind of becoming a meme at this point. Like, first of all, I'm not a basement dweller, okay? We're in a boba shop. We're not in a basement.
Sure.
And second of all, Evan, I'm not a fat ugly bastard, right?
I can confirm Mari is not a fat ugly bastard. Now, she might be annoying, but definitely not a fat ugly bastard.
Well, no one ever said yeah. Okay, fine, Evan. Fine, I'll let you talk. All right, I've been talking a lot. You tell me something. No, it's okay.
But no. I wasn't trying to say anything, right? Like I just, you know.
No. I'll sit with the rest of the class.
I don't necessarily think that like I need to speak right now. You know. I was just saying some useless stuff, you know, like.
Never think that about yourself. You're never useless.
What? Thank you.
I feel like a lot of other, like, not just, this isn't just like a VTuber thing. I feel like in general, creators constantly just compare themselves, and me also being one of them, always like putting ourselves down. And I think it's because, at least when you're like a creator, it's really hard not to compare yourself, especially when you have people who are like doing the same thing as you, or who started around the same time as you, or the same age as you, and or like even younger or older, whatever. You see other people and they're like really successful, and then you see kind of like where you are in life, and you can't help but compare, like, subconsciously, right? Because everyone wants to get better.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And it's so hard to like want to cheer people up with that mentality, because it's hard. Because I've had instances like that. Like, Evan, did you know, like, when oh my gosh, someone asked earlier how you and I first met, and this ties in really well with something I want to talk about.
Cool.
Evan and I first like officially met during a collab with Nextaku.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Evan and Mr. Underhill and I started doing the podcast, one of like the first things Evan said was, he's like, Mari, I am so happy that you don't talk in that voice anymore. And I was like, what voice?
Well, because you fucking did a voice back in the day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You did.
I got a new microphone. I've told you this. No,
you did a weird little voice thing back in the day.
It wasn't weird. I was just experimenting.
You did a weird voice thing.
It was not. I was experimenting. I was going through a phase.
Yeah, but you were like doing this weird anime girl.
I was going through. You saying I don't sound like an anime girl now?
Less so, thank God.
What do you mean, thank God? What is that?
I'm just saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand words. No, that is actually okay. So, all right, yes, chat. I had a phase. Okay, I had a phase when I was first starting out VTubing. I was trying different impressions and stuff, because I thought, VTubers had to like voice act, and I thought that, in order to be like successful, you had to sound a certain way, and like you had to talk a certain way and do certain things and stuff, because that's literally what everyone would always say every time when I look at VTubing. They're like, well, you have to have a high-pitched voice, you have to be super cute. No, you having intrusive thoughts about doing this entire is wrong, Mari. And you can't just do that. People get hurt by that, Mari. You can't just do that. And then I'm just like, well, okay. So for a little while, I experimented. I had a phase. And Evan bullies me about this phase all the time.
It was kind of a weird phase, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I don't do it anymore.
True.
Because that is a common misconception about VTubing. You don't have to have a cutesy voice. I'm so, like, you don't have to have a voice, and you don't have to constantly, say things like all the time, all right? To be famous. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'm very much aware.
You watch a lot of VTubers who say those words.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, who?
I think Cinder.
Okay, well. Listen, you can't really control who your Oshis are, right?
So you like listening to women who say, don't you?
No.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure if I pull up a clip of Cinder, I could probably find her saying it.
Cinder's a great person.
She is a great person, and the fact that you watch her tells me you like VTubers who say that word.
Okay. Well, can we clarify what word?
Yeah.
I'd like to know. I would very much like to know what's the word.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the word anymore.
Here, I found it. Give me a second here. All right, give me a second. Let me pause the music. This word right here, Evan. This is the word that you like listening to. Hold on.
What word?
Let me share my screen with you. Give me a second.
I'm like so terrified right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me a second. I have cognitive issues. Okay. All right. This is the word, Evan.
All right, let me see this.
I thought I could slip out
Can't
with
hear
nobody
anything.
noticing, but now I've been caught. Yes, I.
Fine. I'll put subtitles on for you.
I'm just saying.
Well, Evan, open up your ears, okay? It's the way I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck?
I don't know how to share without it, like, being weird. I don't know if it will let me. Hold on, maybe if I, like, move my screen for you? Okay, maybe now it'll let me share it for you. Sorry, chat. He wants to hear the word. Like, he actually wants to hear the word. He's making me You're making me do extra work!
Yeah.
Fine, here. Now you can see it, okay?
Voted for Ross because he wasn't here.
Sorry, I thought I could slip out with nobody noticing, but now I've been caught. Yes, it was me. I was cooking chicken. Sorry, I'm mute.
Damn, boy, you frying
What are you cooking the
in
chicken
there?
with, though? Oh shit! Wait, I need
Pissing
to
all by yourself, handsome?
Okay, what's wrong with saying that?
Darn, she didn't say the word I thought she was going to say.
Yeah, what the hello?
This is the wrong clip. I have fumbled the bag here.
Yeah, all I'm hearing
fuck
is that you're a
you,
hater.
John, okay, with your clickbait title, alright? I thought she was going to say the word. Now I have to scroll.
Mm-hmm.
And now my recommendations is gonna get messed up because now I have to find.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, has she actually not said this?
Yeah, I don't think that she's ever
Has
said
she
whatever word you're looking
Why?
for.
She doesn't actually. She's never said it.
What? Oh no, she said that.
But I can't find a clip of her saying it.
Oh, I mean, you're clearly not looking hard enough.
Well, are you saying you have a clip of her saying it?
No, I definitely do not have one on hand whatsoever.
Evan, it's not good to lie.
I'm being honest. I
Show and tell with the rest of the class. Me, Mr. Underhill, are waiting.
I don't have a clip.
Wow. Okay, fine. My point still stands, okay?
Does it though? Because like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, you couldn't necessarily back up your point.
Oh, I'm sorry, Evan. I'm not used to streaming, okay? Because like, you know, I'm used to just making videos most of the time, and sometimes I come on here and I stream and I talk with everyone about chat about really cool things I learn about VTubing and like other internet culture and other stuff that I really am a fan of and obsessed with. But like, I'm not used to streaming, so I'm not always prepared for things sometimes. And you know what? You know what, Evan? You know what? You know what? You don't have to be good at streaming, okay?
I wasn't saying that you were bad at it. What the heck?
Well, according to Twitter, when I had asked earlier today what a common misconception about VTubing that people had was, and people were saying how, oh, well, you need to be good at streaming in order to be a VTuber. And I'm just like,
Well, that's not even true.
no, it's not true.
That's literally not even true. What?
Yeah, people were saying how like a lot of people think, oh, in order to be like a VTuber, you have to stream. And like you have to be good at streaming, and like that's how you become really successful or some like weird thing. Like it was really weird.
That's like the worst thing I've ever heard. What?
Yeah, and then people were also saying things like, oh, well, you know, VTubers aren't even good content creators because all they make is like not safe for work content, and all they say is like lewd things, and like they're always just doing like girlfriend boyfriend experiences, and they're preying on like simps and stuff, and they're just like there's just this weird thing that VTubers are just like pretty much on screen, and it's just really weird. Evan, are
That's
you
so
okay?
weird. I'm just really confused by the statements that you're saying.
I think I broke Evan, guys.
What, can you not hear me?
No, I can.
Okay.
I think I broke you.
You know you did. You definitely did.
Literally, under my tweet, I had people saying how there's a lot of people who think that VTubers are just these very lewd things that just make not safe for work content, and how all they do is just make girlfriend and boyfriend experience and just prey on their fan base for money and like this other weird parasocial like manipulation or something like that. There's actually a video. There is a YouTuber who made a dedicated video like 2 years ago talking about like parasocialism and VTubing and how VTubers just take advantage of their fans because of idol culture and like how toxic VTubers are. It's like very bizarre.
That is kind of wild though.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that there are like legitimately people just out there that just think this way.
And not only do they think this way, but like they spend so much of their time and energy like dunking on VTubers because they just can't like stand to see success from other creators. It's like really odd.
It's like you kind of have to like wonder if it's like jealousy or something, you know?
I think so. I think some people are jealous that you don't have to show your IRL self to make money and even just to have fun, right? Because like faceless content creation has always been a thing, right? It's not like VTubing is the only type of faceless content creation. So I don't understand why there's such a weird like jealousy towards it. Like, dude, if you don't want to show your face, don't show your face. Just be faceless. Like, that's fine.
No, exactly.
Not only that, but there's like this other I'm not pulling these like misconceptions out of my ass, Chad. Like I looked on Reddit, I looked on other websites. Like I do see people saying these things. I've also seen people saying how VTubers just role played the whole time. Like I'm just role playing right now. I'm just role playing. You really think I'm role playing?
Or I hope you're not. Are you?
Well, what if I was, Evan?
You know, well, I'd be a little bit concerned.
Oh, well, for your own safety, I know I'm not, but still, like, it's the fact. And even if I was role playing, who cares?
That's true. That is actually very, very true.
But not all VTubers are role playing. You know who I get seen being told that? I see like when I was researching about like the role playing thing, because someone commented that on Twitter, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. I could see that why people would think that, because again, character on screen and Zone 4 and even Zone 3, right? I see a lot of people say that Shoto is like a really like intense example of it, and I don't know why. It's like really weird how people like associate him with like role playing.
That is a little strange. He doesn't come off as like the role playing type to me.
I don't think so either. And I don't even understand what they mean by role playing. Like I don't get it. Like because every time I think of role playing, I think of Dungeons and Dragons, but I just
No, exactly same.
No, I think what people mean is like this is hard for me to explain because I don't go around saying this. It's like I don't know if they mean like they're being fake or like,
even if people are though, like why should it matter to some of these people?
I don't know, and it's just so bizarre. And like oh my gosh. Okay, so I also see people talking about like the voice changers, right? And how we're not real and how we're just AI. And I think what's it called? I think Cozy was talking to us about how when Gargura got an award, people were getting upset saying how like they gave an award to an AI.
Which just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Like Gura, one of the biggest, most subscribed VTubers, is AI, allegedly.
I mean, according to them.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just I think they mean like pretending to be the actual character you have on screen. But so like Zone 4, like kayfabe? And even this is some people's jobs. And even so, okay, chat, like it's not just VTubers who have a character. Like actual IRL streamers do. Like I was talking about Germalore earlier.
Germa does play a character, and I think some people forget that.
And so doesn't Jay Schlatt. Even Ludwig has a bit of a character on himself too. Let's see. Dr. Disrespect.
Yep.
Tyler One.
Mm-hmm.
XQ. Oh no, XQC really is just like that, you guys.
He kind of just is.
And it's interesting because like people will dog on VTubers being like, oh yeah, they're just like this weird role playing thing. I'm like, dude, you literally watch like other like. Do you think Asmongold really is? Oh no, he might actually be like that too. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might actually be there.
I'm not too sure. Oh, you know what? Okay.
Mhm.
So that tweet, there is one more thing I want to talk about with like misconceptions with VTubing. There, because everyone was pretty much saying like the same thing that I was talking about with you tonight, but someone had commented under my tweet that I thought was really interesting. Her name is Rosie Belmu. She commented saying that like a common misconception that people have about VTubing is that apparently people think that we're like a cult and every wrongdoing from a VTuber somehow represents VTubers as a whole. Like we're all sort of some hive mind.
Okay, well, hold on.
Like she's not saying that's what she thinks. It's just that she's seen people like say that about us.
No. I get that. I'm just saying, in whoever who typed that's defense. I mean, honestly, like I can see why it comes off that way.
But why?
It just from what I've seen, like the larger VTuber community seems to basically just mostly just go with a hive mind for like a lot of the things that they do. Like there's trends that always trend within the VTuber community and only within the VTuber community.
Oh, you mean like how quickly we're all like, the moment a VTuber blows up doing one thing, everyone kind of hops on board?
Everyone just hops on board, and then it just becomes a thing that everyone in the community does.
But don't YouTubers do that too? And like streamers?
No, absolutely. I just think it's for whatever reason way more prevalent in the VTubing community.
It's probably because they're still niche and there's not like, it's not like mainstream enough where it's just kind of normal content stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Suika game. Yeah, that's true. Pretty much anytime Hololive does something, it trends.
True.
And like, I kind of understand when people like join the VTubing scene now for 2024. They obviously, people who want to make this as a career, they want to grow. So they're going to see what like all the big VTubers are doing and they're going to want to replicate that. I think that makes sense, but it's just interesting how Rosie was saying when a VTuber here's the thing. When a VTuber does something really good, like Iron Mouse winning that awards, right? How come people aren't associating us with like doing good things like Iron Mouse? Like why aren't people viewing us like Iron Mouse and doing all these wonderful things? Why is it that it's only...
My phone died.
What?
My phone just died. What the heck?
Evan, are you okay?
No, my phone just died.
Well, Evan died on my stream.
I'm coming back. Hold
please
on.
Don't say it like that. Oh my God.
What do you mean?
Evan, please, Evan.
Hold on.
Stop trying to cancel me right now, okay? My chat's not that like parasocial, but you can't just say that, okay? People are gonna post about this later.
What are they gonna post about?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I have anxiety, okay? No,
Yeah,
also, fix your phone. I was making a good point. Evan literally ruined my good point, chat.
It's coming back on. I'm working on it.
I was being based.
Hold on. I'm doing the thing. All right. Hold on. Just chill.
You should never tell a woman to just chill. I'm just gonna give you some advice here.
I'm just saying that you should.
I can't chill because I'm so hot.
Okay, well, I hate it here now.
Right, chat, right? I'm hungry.
Why didn't you get anything to freaking eat?
I got a coney.
What's a coney?
It's
Is that an island?
It's a foot-long hot dog with chili on it. Because Sonic eats chili dogs, and I like Sonic. He's my favorite VTuber, and I have to do what my Oshi does.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I haven't eaten it. I actually don't know where I left it. It's like somewhere, but yeah, I'll eat it later.
Checks out. All right, is it back on it? Come on.
You know,
there
you
we go.
can honestly, Evan, I agree. You're not a VTuber because any VTuber
Would charge
know.
your phone? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can connect your phone to your computer, so that way you have more accurate
Okay,
tracking.
well, you know what? Shut up, all right? I'm doing my best. I'm actually doing my best.
You know what? We're proud of you for doing your best, honestly.
Thank you. My best clearly isn't good enough, though.
No, it's not that. It's just, I think in general, the fact that you even try to do something already makes you like a top VTuber compared to most other VTubers.
Yeah.
And you are
All right,
back now.
we're back. Let's go.
Let's go! Yay! No, I'm serious though. Like, people just don't try. Like, it's like what you said. They see one thing blow up and then they all jump on it. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, why is it that when VTubers do something really good, nobody ever like sees the rest of us like that? Like, Iron Mouse winning that award was such like a huge achievement for not even like just VTubers, but like someone who is in her position with her health issues, just the struggles that she's had, to be able to win an amazing award that is highly respected by a lot of different communities. That's not just in the VTubing community.
I have bad news for you again.
What? Oh my god, you died again. Evan keeps ruining my base.
No. You keep saying it's fine.
Evan, it's fine. You don't want to hear my point.
No, I do. I can still hear you.
Well,
it's not like I suddenly just can't hear you.
well, sometimes I like to pretend like I can't hear when I don't want to have a conversation with people.
Yeah, no, clearly.
Well, actually, you always don't talk in the voice chat with everyone else, and then out of nowhere, you'll just be like, and then you just ghost again.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
That's true.
This is not true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, my point was that I think it's very interesting how whenever a VTuber does something really good, no one ever acknowledges the rest of us like that. But the moment one of us does something bad, suddenly it's like all VTubers are bad, and or like the VTuber concert thing. Oh, all VTubers are like cringe because they had like a concert that fans get really obsessed with like I think his name was Dakopo. Yeah, and like that's how people just see VTubing. Oh, we're either just really like toxic and problematic, or we're just super cringe where like people will fan over a toggle. Like, chat, would if I had a concert, would you fangirl or fanboy or fan, you know, whatever it is you want, would you fan if I did this? If I did this, ready? Ta-da! Come on, where's the claps?
Woo, yeah!
Yeah, see? Haha. It took a lot of freaking effort to transform, okay? So can you at least like
that was kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and so like this is what I mean, right? How people like find us like cringe. Okay, sure. But then people find us like bad, but no one ever sees any of the good in us. And it's like, I don't know, it's just interesting food for thought. Because I feel like the type of people who are dogging on us right now are going to eventually turn around when we become so big and mainstream that they like are gonna pretend like they love us and stuff and like be super fake. And I'm just like, you know, you don't need
That's
to.
exactly what it is, actually. People are literally just gonna treat you like crap, in the moment you become bigger, they'll just absolutely want to be on your side for everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just typical human nature.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. It's just interesting how VTubing is moving so fast and is growing so much, and it's gonna keep growing. And eventually we're just gonna get more mainstream. That when I look back to like the 3 years, or I guess 4 years now, it's just crazy to think how people like, you know, me, Mousy, like I think, you know, like Nyanners, or even like Corone, right? Like how all of us just kind of started off as just doing this fun thing that people didn't really understand, to suddenly everyone is idolizing us, and now we're on like ramen bowls, or like we're on tea bags, or you know, waifu cups with gamer subs. Hey, that's why.
What a plug, guys.
Yeah, it's true though. Like we are marketable and we can make merchandise and stuff. And I'm so fascinated by the explosion of VTubing culture and how it makes a lot of sense why we're popular. Like we fit all of the check marks. The anime fandom, like the whole Second Life and VR chat community where you can be this character. You don't have to be yourself. You can if you want to, or you can literally be anything. You could be a toaster VTuber, for crying out loud. And it makes sense why VTubing would blow up so much over here. And the fact that we're going to keep growing and see more new people here, I really want to try to push this movement that VTubers are here to stay, and we're not bad. Like, yes, we have bad actors, but so doesn't everywhere else. Every other fandom, every other community, every other streamer and stuff too, and YouTube too.
This is unfortunately true.
Yeah, and I want to like try to push this movement of more positivity, because yeah, I'm just kind of tired of everyone canceling each other and like being so toxic when we have better things to focus on, like making content for this year.
True, dude.
Like on the podcast, and Mr. Underhill, who's over there, who also died. I have my 2 cutout cardboards here, everybody, today. These are my friends, okay? I'm gonna let you all know Evan really is here, and so is Mr. Underhill. And I'm not just making this up. This is not like animatronics or anything. They're real, you guys. I have real friends. I get lonely doing these talks alone sometimes, okay? Like, I know I have you chat.
You sure about that?
Yeah, you're... Well, I mean, you're real in my mind.
Okay, just, you know.
I mean, I like talking to chat too. It's just sometimes like I feel like I go stir crazy, because I feel like I talk about these things and I talk about this stuff and I talk and people still like they still keep saying the same damn things all the time. And it's like, literally, I just want to bash my head against the wall. And I want to bash their heads against the wall. And I'm just like, please, just be nice. Be happy that you have a community to hang out with, okay? Be happy that you have the opportunity to spend time with people who are spending, like, what, 2.5 hours here. All right? Like, just be grateful with what you have, okay?
I think that everyone should spread more positivity.
And that's why
Or
I
don't.
like...
I mean, it's up to you. I don't really care.
That's true. Or don't. That's true. You can't... that's true. You technically can't make people do the things that... Oh my gosh. You know, like, what's really interesting is... Even though we might be digital on screen, we still influence people a lot. Like, think about that. The amount of stickers of VTubers I see on people's cars, right? And like that one guy who got a Shy Lily tattoo on his leg, like we influence people.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think like VTubers need to realize that they are influencers, and even if people don't like believe that they're real, you are real. There are a community of people out there that you are actively shaping.
It's true. especially like young and like impressionable viewers too. You know, like I know growing up when I was on YouTube and stuff, the people who I watched, like the YouTubers whose content I consumed, definitely shaped a lot of my personality and just who I am. And sometimes I think about like how, you know, whether you want to agree with it or not, like we are imprinting like people's minds, especially like the younger audience too. And I think about how like us VTubers imprinting and shaping and influencing our audiences and how our content is just shaping their personality is something that I think if you want to become a VTuber or just a content creator in general, you should think about that a bit more, because that really negative tweet that you just did talking about how you're paranoid that somebody might come out and like cancel you, so you're about to drop like a bunch of DMs and cancel them first, or things like, oh well, you know, I'm gonna go around and like talk really bad about this creator and try to get like their entire fan base to leave them and stuff, or just saying just doing just really evil things, right?
No, exactly.
You think no one's gonna see it?
Yeah, see? Exactly.
And yeah, we do on our timelines on our For You page.
I like how he just comes in, says one
No,
thing.
don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't worry about it.
Mr. Underhill's here too, my friends.
I was like, I agree. And you're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess we're rolling with it. All right.
My friends are here, chat. Look, the gang's all here again. Happy New
Sorry,
Year.
I wasn't here earlier. I was resting.
It's okay. I was pretty much like,
Imagine resting, dude.
Could not be me.
Literally. Actually, I've been playing video games this entire time.
oh my gosh, Mr. Underhill,
Foot nut. Yes.
you're playing what nut?
Foot nut.
What is a foot nut? I do not want to know what a foot nut is.
I was getting my foot nut on with Rick Grimes and John Cena.
Bro, I'm on
Grimes is a
YouTube right
foot
now.
nut,
Are you
what?
trying to get me demonetized?
It's Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a
Hey.
loser. I play Fortnite.
No,
What
it's
is
okay.
Rick
I play Lego
Grimes in
Fortnite.
Oh hell yeah, Lego Fortnite. Let's go.
Yeah, I like Lego Fortnite. It's very good.
It's super fun.
Yes. Well, now chat, you finally get to hear the voices that are in my head. Anyway, so Mr. Underhill, would you like to share with chats anything about VTubing that you're looking forward to this year, or like things that you think
Yeah.
might be really cool for aspiring VTubers?
I think when it comes to VTubing this year, I think a lot of the things that I'm excited about is I am noticing the rise of VTuber groups. So I think we're gonna see more VTuber groups and like just like indies banding together, not necessarily in an agency. I think that's really cool. And I think beyond that, I'm mostly just kind of excited to see how the meta keeps evolving. Because
Yeah.
I've noticed like a lot of people are like changing up the way they do their content, and I think VTubers are very quickly becoming just very similar to regular content creators, which is kind of where I think we should be anyway.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm just excited. You know, I want to try to spread more positivity this year, and like I'm really happy for our podcast where we get to do that. Because like, yeah, Evan and I were talking about how there's just so much negativity, and I know it's not all negative. Like VTube is not all
No.
doom and gloom. It's definitely just the For You page on Twitter.
It's a how do I word this right? It's a I think a lot of people feed off drama. Like it's and admittedly, like it makes sense. Like humans are very like prone to their interest in like, oh, how does what did so and so do? I can't wait to hear what so and so did, or like the Schadenfreude of like watching something fall apart.
Yeah.
I think is very like human nature. So I totally get that like I understand why some people would lead into it and make that like their focus and be like, oh, like look at all the bad going on in VTubing, but I think it's important to remember that we all started becoming VTubers because we thought the idea was cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like we should be promoting the cool stuff too, not just the bad stuff. Of course, you got to talk about the bad stuff sometimes. I get that, but I feel like there's so much cool stuff going on, and I'd prefer like my favorite thing that we do on the tea house is the sweet tea, to the point where I actually am gonna start doing some videos called Positivity, where it's just the sweet tea segments.
That would be
the tea
really
house.
cool. I would love that.
Yeah. Because
Why did we let him win? Why did we let him win? He shouldn't be allowed to use that name.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Well, oh, you know what we could do, guys? Like maybe we could all stream like in VR chat one of these times, and like maybe we could like have some VTubers on
Absolutely.
board and like talk to us about the really cool things that they're doing, like acting, like not about like, you know, the stuff that we normally talk about on the podcast, but like actually talk to people about the very cool and transformative things that they're doing.
I've been saying like I made that little like I made the collab group in VR chat specifically for stuff like that, because I think that's like I think 3D VTubing I find really interesting. I do think like it's I don't know I think it's fun, right? Because it creates avenues not only for like interviews and stuff like that, but also for like skits and like improv and even just like little moments between different VTubers. Like I still think it'd be fun to do like VTubers invade like the amusement park and we all go on like a big amusement park adventure.
Oh
Like, I
my
think that'd
gosh,
be really
if you
fun.
want, do you want to set something up like that maybe for next week?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. There's an amusement park world that I took Evan to once.
You took
that I
Evan on a
think would be-
date?
Yeah, well,
no,
I mean,
that's not what that was.
yeah, that I
do you mean that's not what that
I mean,
was?
it was a date. It was a date. Don't forget what happened behind the Ferris wheel. You know, I felt like we had a moment. You know, so I consider it a date. But you know,
Did we though?
you kissed me first. I just need you to know, like that's what like chat. Anyway, so yeah, Mario, I think that's a great idea.
That's crazy.
It's a great idea. We should
Yeah,
do that.
let's do it. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, no, I'm being serious. Okay, we're gonna plan that for
Yes.
next time. Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah,
See,
I'm done.
this is why I love VTubing, you guys. Like, if I hadn't like had a chance to meet these two, like, I am just so very thankful that I have my friends here today with me at the boba shop, and how like we could just have this like really fun talk and like make plans, because again, there is so much positive stuff to VTubing, and I think this year, like, I didn't like ask you guys what your goals were. If you do, I don't know if you do New Year's resolutions. Not everyone's into that kind of stuff, but like I do have a goal this year. I have 3 goals specifically. Goal number 1 is to quit my job and be able to do like VTubing full time. I have plans in place to start doing that. Goal number 2 is to really try to have more consistency and actually like stop stressing about being a perfectionist with everything. Stop trying to be perfect and like people please. And then number 3, show the more positive stuff about VTubing. Like actually show people the day-to-day of what it's like being a VTuber, and it's not a bad thing, like the good stuff of it.
Yeah. I think that's like to me it's why I like the VR chat stuff so much, because like the other day like Evan joined me and all we did was just run around, be idiots and have a
Basically.
good time, and it was really fun. And like the best part is you can always use those clips for the beginning of videos, which is what I plan to do. But it's fun because it shows like, look, like VTubing is literally just you have a character that you play, but it's still mostly you, and you're able to kind of interact with these different characters and see like how the personalities blend in really fun and interesting ways. So yeah, I love it. Like I think the future of VTubing is very, very bright.
Me too. I do believe that a lot, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what this year brings. Okay. All right. One last thing I want to ask you too, now that I have you both here. What is one prediction that you think's going to happen this year in VTubing?
I do have a prediction. I I have a couple predictions, one of which I'm gonna keep to myself. I'll tell you guys later.
Aw.
You'll tell me though, right?
I will tell you.
Yay!
Yeah. But I think in general, I think my big like VTubing prediction is I think that we're gonna see VTubers break more into the mainstream than we have before. I think you're gonna see motion capture stuff, like motion capture products, like become more publicly available. Like we're already seeing it with Mokapi. I'm Canadian. They don't ship here. It breaks my heart, but eventually I think you're gonna see a lot of VTubers use, you know what I think you're gonna see? Like in particular, I think you're gonna see for gaming and chatting streams, you're going to see live 2D models, and then I think for collabs and stuff, you're gonna see a lot of like 3D models. I think you're gonna start seeing
interesting
more.
you predicted that. You know what's silly? I predicted that last year, but I was like a little bummed that I didn't see it happening. But I think you're right. I think that is definitely going to happen this year because of companies like Mokopi. And there's other tech companies who are realizing this. There's money in this, you guys. If you want to sponsor the three of us, by the way, if there's any tech companies who do motion tracking, or I'm like not even just like Vive trackers per se or Tundra trackers. Just there's gonna be a company that's gonna try to compete with like what Mokopi does, where they make it more mobile for VTubers and make it more commercial. And yeah, I think we're gonna see more stuff like this. I think VTubing studios for motion capture is going to become more popular for like renting spaces and stuff, so you don't have to buy the equipment yourself. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think we're gonna like, and I think because of that, those innovations, I think you're gonna start seeing VTubers who have VTubers are it. But okay, you know how before it was like you have your 3D VTubers and then you have your 2D VTubers.
Yes.
I think that line is going, like, that distinction of, oh, I'm only 2D or I'm only 3D, like, that's not going to be a thing next year. Or this year. I guess it's this year now.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be a thing this year. I think you're going to see, because so many VTubers, like, think of all the corporate streamers, right? Like, Niji, Hollow. They all have 2D models, but they also have 3D models that are just one-to-one. They're 2D models.
Yep.
That's the future that I can see, right?
Yes.
I know, like, I'm getting, you guys, it's not a secret. You guys know I'm getting a 2D model soon, like a brand new, like, live 2D model.
I can't wait, you guys. Like, Mr. Underhill's getting, I'm so proud of him, Chad. He's growing up. He's growing up.
I'm so excited. It's going to be very fancy. I'm very excited about it. And I do love the model that I currently have. It was made using parts from Booth by Stella. It's super cute. I love it.
We love you, Stella.
Well, we do, absolutely. But I would like to see if I could get it. I did this before with a creator called V Customs, who took my old puppet model and literally just took that puppet 2D and put him into 3D. And it was like 1-to-1, and I was blown away by that. That is something I'd love to see. Like that if I can do.
Spoilers, I'm actually learning how to create 3D VTuber models.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm taking a special course on.
Look at you.
Yeah, this year I'm taking a course on 3D VTubing. I'm also taking a course on like concept art and stuff and character design. So yeah, don't be surprised if this year I come up with some pretty interesting concepts.
Some banger 3D models. Let's go.
Yeah.
Can we get ripped, shredded Underhill, please? That would be awesome. Let's go.
Probably can do that actually. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And well, Evan, is there anything that you have a prediction you'd like to share?
I personally think that we're gonna see a lot less new VTubers.
Really?
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that it's gotten way too expensive, especially with inflation. So VTubing as a whole is there's still gonna be new people, don't get me wrong, but like it's gonna be a lot less than we're normally used to.
I can see it
Like
being
just
more
seeing-
like PNG tubers.
Yeah.
Ooh, so
but
maybe
yeah,
like
I do think it'll be lower than usual.
people who can't afford it, who make their own models and stuff. You think maybe they're gonna start out PNG tubing, so we'll start seeing more transformative like PNG tubing content.
I could see
Probably,
that.
actually, yeah.
I
That would
can
be
actually
how
really
it's
see that.
going about.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Well, I'll share my final prediction for tonight. And I predict a couple different things. The first thing that I predict is I agree with everything you guys said. I think we are going to see more of that, but I also think we're going to see more authenticity with VTubing. So, you know how like I talked about the zones earlier and how a lot of it's character and immersions. I think we're going to actually start seeing an explosion between zone 2 and zone 3 where people are going to be more authentic and sharing like, you know, vlogs and stuff and showing you kind of like behind the scenes. And I think that's going to become a very interesting way to make content. And I also think that we're going to see more spectacle content. Like I'm waiting for the Mr. Beast VTuber. I'm waiting for that. Not him himself per se, but I'm waiting for someone to do what Jimmy does, but as a VTuber. I don't know how they'll do it, but I believe there's going to be a spectacle VTuber that will blow up this year.
I can see that. I think like in general, I think you're gonna see a lot of VTubers just doing stuff that is like not traditional VTuber stuff.
Which is crazy considering how VTuber originally started.
It's true. Like it's funny to think of how far it's come.
It has come pretty freaking far.
Well, I guess with that being said, boys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Is there anything you want to say to Chad? Do you have any special fun plans this week?
Content.
Yes.
Content.
Yo, nothing but content.
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 Content. Yes.
Content. I want to plan more collabs. That's my goal for this year. I want to do more collab stuff. I want to do like more like fun VTuber-y stuff, you know?
Let's do that. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Chad, we have to go. We have a business meeting now here at the tea house. We need to go plan for our VR chat thing because I kind of need help setting up recording VR chat content because the last time I did my 3D VTuber debut, I kind of like almost actually exploded my computer.
Oh, bet. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Adios, chat. Sorry, my model died. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Thank you
I'm
so
not
much.
even moving. I didn't.
True.
I didn't bring my model.
To be fair, I'm not moving it either anymore.
Yeah, but you're breathing at least.
Yeah, true. Actually, I'm just a PNG tuber at this point.
I thought you were just holding your breath this whole time, Mr. Underhill. Like I thought you were, you know those like British guards. I thought you were doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for somebody to walk up, and I'm like, "Step away from the Queen's Guard."
Yeah, like when Evan was trying to look at my feet earlier.
What? No.
What?
No.
Hey, now, what happened? You wanna explain yourself there, bud?
No.
Someone will timestamp it in the bottom, sure.
No.
Step away from the Queen's Guard. Step
All
away
right.
from the Queen, Evan.
Well, I mean, he can try because, like, you know, I have a knife, so. Anyways, with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to follow Mr. Underhill or Evan, I have their YouTubes linked in the description of this video. Every Monday, the three of us go on Mr. Underhill's channel where we're hanging out at the tea house and we have our little podcast. We talk a lot about positive stuff in the VTubing scene, both in the industry-wise, the culture, and the community itself. I really recommend you come check us out over there. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
I
agree.
I hope you feel better, Mr. Underhill.
I am feeling much better, though I won't drink an entire bottle of sake next New Year's. I think that's probably a bad idea.
He's learned from his
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
Lessons were learned.
Yeah, you should. And thank you, Evan, so much for hanging out with me today and having this conversation.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy VTubing more and, like, you know, you want to do more fun things like this with us.
Evan would never.
I would never.
He's like the
Literally
Grinch of VTubers.
The fucking VTuber Grinch.
The VTuber Grinch. That's what you are. I mean
Weren't
it in a loving way,
supposed
by
to
the way.
spoil this year's content mapping.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just in general calling him a cringe.
It's okay. I have other things planned this year that you guys are gonna be involved in, so it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. We'll talk about it later. But with that, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us today in chat. I really appreciate all of your time, and even though I couldn't really talk to and respond to all the comments, I do read everything that you guys have said. And so, yes, I do respond to chats quite often normally, but when I have guests here at the tea house, you know, I think it's kind of like rude to ignore my friends here, but it's also kind of rude to ignore you guys too, huh? So I try to respond on here as much as I can. I pretty much just hold you all here hostage. Yeah.
Can't believe you.
Well,
Can't
anyways,
believe it.
that's not the only rude thing I'm about to do. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. And remember, everything reminds you of something, and I do have a knife. So, okay, bye!
Yeah, I live a lie. Don't really know how life was before.